What's up? Hello, everybody out there in the world. This is That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence. Lionel. Seb.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for arriving in the nick of time. We are about to have a crazy episode today. We are on episode 76 of That One Piece Talk. I can't tell you enough how good I feel today. I'm here with the bros. I think it's going to be a phenomenal episode. We're going to get definitely toxic and lit, and it's going to be crazy. So for anybody that doesn't know, we are on break week for One Piece, which means Oda didn't release a chapter. Honestly, sometimes I love when he doesn't release chapters because even though One Piece is peak, at the same time, these break weeks be even peaker, bro. If that's like a word. Yeah.
I feel like that. Peak is already the peak.
Nah, you're going peaker, bro. I'm the peakiest, bro.
Peaker.
Peakiest.
More peak.
Yeah.
More perfect.
Now I'm even more perfect.
So today we are going to be finishing up our top 30 all-time strongest list in the One Piece verse because it's been so heavily requested. Yeah. And we held off for about, I think it was episode 56.
Wow. I think
it's the last 57 was the last time we ended up doing our top 30 and we didn't finish, and we got to 22 characters. So that means we almost went 20 full episodes of not being able to finish our list. We owe it to the people. We owe it to the fans, right? Like, we just gotta give it to them. So just so everybody knows, we are having a mini podcast tomorrow with me, Hime, and Chestnut Tanuki. If you don't know the ladies, I've had 2 episodes with them already. One of the episodes of Chestnut just going off with a theory of her own blew up on our TikTok. If you haven't seen it, visit our TikTok. It's amazing. She's amazing. Hime's amazing. We're going to have a lit episode tomorrow. Still going to figure out what time we're going to do it, so I have to figure that out, but I will. On Wednesday, Sebastian's Davies Dart Tournament is going to be premiering. How far did we get?
We're like 52% done. It should be fun. I don't know if we're announcing whether or not.
They're coming.
Oh, they're coming.
No, they have no choice.
Y'all better come.
No, they're coming.
We said it on stream.
No.
All right, y'all gotta come. But tomorrow 6:30, we're gonna be rocking. It should be a whole lot of fun. I don't know exactly where we are at with the matchups, but it should be some real interesting ones. I think we're just about to start round 2.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, you should have been there last episode because I forgot who said it. I forgot his name, but he was wilding out. He said that the admirals are not stronger than first commanders, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was like...
It was like, yo, Cracker could be the first commander. Cracker could be the admiral. It was wild, bro.
Cracker and Katakuri would beat Fujitora and Kizaru in a fight. With no, like...
It was mid-diff,
other stipulation, it was mid-diff.
Mid-diff, too.
It was wild.
Yeah. So you guys are going to join. If you don't join, I will tell everybody you use the restroom and you throw your pants all the way down, bro. Standing up. I'll tell them. I will let them know.
What does that even mean?
The biggest request that we get, besides like matchups with the DDT and the Davies Dark Tournament stuff, is to get you guys on there.
Yeah, they're like, where's the twins, bro?
They want y'all takes, man. They want y'all takes. They do.
Yeah. So, thank you, Super Chats. We'll get to them in a second. Listen, guys, we have merch. I'm going to get on new merch very, very soon. I'm probably going to do it this week for sure, and I'm going to stop being lazy. We're going to have some dope designs. I've been talking to somebody, and I've been talking to somebody else who wants to do the designs as well. So that's in the air right now.
Are you getting hats?
We're going to do something. Yeah. The affiliation program is still in the works. I'm still figuring that out. That's going to be dope. There's a lot of things behind that, so it's going to be cool. You good?
I just thought of something, and you're going to hate it.
So you're going to tell me?
I thought, you talk about merch, right?
Yeah.
I thought of...
You want an underwear?
What? No.
Oh,
I thought, your picture of the buggy costume on the shirt.
Okay. Did you have to say that? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We might need that, bro.
Low-key, I was thinking of like the Andy Warhol.
Yo, we might need that, bro.
All right. ThatOnePieceTalk.com/merch if you want to get the rest of the merch that we have before it runs out. And other than that, I don't have much else to add. I just want to say thank you to we have a new mod within our Discord, Chestnut. We elected her.
Hey.
It was, this mod talk, bro, it went on for like a whole day.
Bro.
And people were just going back and forth about who they were considering, who, this and that. So I just want to let everybody know, when we choose mods, it really goes between the mods, me, Seb, and we just go off and we just go, let's take pics. What do they bring to the table? Because we want to just keep making the culture better. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like a gift and a curse because Strahd and Hime are just so phenomenally great at being they've made the Discord better. So it's like that's the bar now. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody else after that has to match them to a degree. So sumimasen. We're gonna do in another 2 weeks. We're gonna decide on the next mod because I did promise we would do 3. So the first one was Strahd, the second one's Chestnut, and we're doing one more. I promise. But me and the mods have to come to an agreement on who we think that should be, and then once that happens, that person will be elected. So believe me, I am still following my word.
I just want y'all to know that mod room and that debate that was a political debate. It got real toxic in there. I just want you to know, I was trying to enjoy my holiday weekend, and I got hit up and dragged into a dogfight, and it was fun, but hopefully we can come to an agreement in the next couple weeks.
We'll see. Other than that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that continues to join our game nights, and also you monsters don't go to sleep sometimes in the voice channel. Hime was in there for like 2 days, bro. In the voice channel.
It was longer than that, bro.
Yeah, bro. We needed to know if she showered or not, bro. Because we were just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to. But to be honest, like, she's like the main reason why those things happen. Like, she's such a family, great person, good heart. Like, people love to just talk to her and be around her. So, Hime, I'm saying nice things about you. So listen.
She's in the chat, bro.
Yeah.
She's
I might not say too much because then she's gonna attack me later. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Believe me, it's very much appreciated. You're very much appreciated, and I'm ready to get this show started. So, enough with the talk, Larry. Hit those super chats, Seb.
All right, yeah, man. We got a bunch of people in the chat and a bunch of super chats sitting that keep coming in as I'm talking. First things first, we got an $8 super chat from our guy Shandi Wandi. It says, gonna have to change it to Buggy99 for sure. # Buggy Gang. I don't know what that's referencing. I'm trying to figure out what that's referencing.
Thank you.
We got a $50 super chat from our guy Celestial Donkey. You guys already know, man. He's always coming through with these. It says, # Buggy Gang. I love it. I will never get tired of reading that, bro. You feel
Celestial,
me?
thank you.
Bang Bang Buggy Gang for CD, man. I love it.
CD's really good at Overwatch too, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah.
I gotta play it, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta actually play it.
He's good.
All right.
They bodied
He's
us.
fucking good.
Pause.
You don't
Keep
remember
going.
that? Never mind.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
Shut up. Anyway, we got a $2 super chat from Strahd. It says, all the way down, pause. See, I feel like I haven't read the chat yet, so I don't know what these are in reference to.
Hey, yo!
I'm a little shook.
He's talking about the pants.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Lawrence Solano with the pants.
You gotta take them off, bro.
Nah, no.
Completely off.
Nah, they do it in
Hang them up.
They do it in movie theaters.
Hey.
When they use that urinal. People be like, yo, what is this guy? All right, never mind.
Because I don't shower with my socks on.
Remember? At least you showering, bro. Can't say that. No, I'm playing. We got a $5 super chat from our guy Red Haired Shankdom. It says, Buggy a 40 and a 30 off that drip. I think they're talking about the ratings that we're going to be doing for later.
Anything else?
We got... a $20 super chat from our guy Joyboy Mark. It says, yo guys, sending love. I feel like it's been forever since we seen Lionel. Was Lionel not on the, like...
I think he was sick.
He was sick, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But he was running a couple back to back. He was there for a while there.
Listen, bro, we have Lawrence. They're the same person. Yeah, you got Lionel anyway, bro.
What?
We are individuals. All right, we are different people.
To a degree.
Mm-hmm. All right. And we got another $5 super chat from our guy Akuma. It says, I put my sis, age 11, onto One Piece about a month ago, and she's on Water 7 now. When she started, I told her Sabo was dead. Just want to say, I think Blackbeard is a gag character.
Let's go! Yo, finally somebody said it.
Oh, speaking of which, yo, shout out to Larry, man. He dropped that awesome Blackbeard video, and it's doing numbers, man. We on our way to 10K first week, man. On our way. If y'all haven't watched already, please do. It's a banger of a video,
Yo,
man.
Straw, put the link in the Discord. Put the link in the chat, yo.
All right, but it's dope you got your sister on to One Piece, man.
Yeah.
We finally got our older brother Charles to watch it. He just met Ace, so he's a little farther back than your sister.
Wait, what?
Yeah, just met Ace, bro.
He's pretty far.
Yo, he's into it. He was like fiending to watch it low key, like while we were down there.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna find time to watch it, and I was like I guess he wanted to because me and
You know
Ron
what
were
would be
there.
crazy? If Charles started coming up with his own theories.
Bro,
I would want to talk to him.
He
all
has
day.
little baby theories. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Where it's like, yo,
Oh,
like
man,
he
yo,
tries
that
to.
must be- Yo, we gotta get Charles on him.
He tries to
Yeah.
predict stuff, and he'd be like so wrong, but like it's not his fault. He just don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like your word. I can see that. I can.
I wanted to mention, since he mentioned he got his little sister who's 7, Jaden, our nephew who's about 9 years old,
You're lying.
he started watching just One Piece.
Let's go.
He said he dropped Naruto, so I'm not watching Naruto.
Yo.
He said One Piece is just a better show. Like,
He said it.
He said
He don't even know yet.
Yeah, he don't even know. He's in the beginning, but like because he was a big Naruto fan and he used to watch Naruto all the time, but he's dropped Naruto and picked up One Piece. But you don't have to do that, but he just did
It's
it.
for everybody, man.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's
it?
I thought we
got
got
one more.
we got another one from Strahd. It says, "Skip the gym, let's go." Strahd, why are you skipping the gym, bro?
Wait.
No, that's Oz, bro.
Yeah, not
Oh, I got it
Stride.
wrong.
You know what it is though? Oz be skipping leg day,
He do.
bro.
He do be skipping leg
He mentioned
day.
it before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Pretty
all
good.
right. So guys, we're done with the super chats. Thank you to everybody that's currently here. Appreciate you very heavily. We are going to get into our top 30 list. So, I guess can you switch Marv to Sebastian's and then can you make us like in the corner pretty small, Marv? Yeah, you can do that real quick so they can see us at least. What are you gonna say?
I took some small liberties with the list since we last been here.
What?
You're not
What you
allowed to-
mean?
You're not allowed to take liberties at all.
Listen, I was gonna do them as
bro.
we were on
bro,
screen.
Take them. Put it back the way it was, bro. Put Whitebeard where he was supposed to be, bro.
Yo,
Sebastian.
let me pull right
Sebastian,
at the top,
no, bro. Put it
Let me
back
put
where
him
it's
at
supposed to be.
100.
No, put it back.
Can we take a vote real quick?
No, we
Oh my God,
agreed.
yo.
We did votes already.
All right, that was a smaller one. There is one other one I
No,
was
there's
trying to do.
no.
We gotta drop Boa, bro.
You
we
have-
got to.
We didn't have Boa up there, bro.
Yes, we did.
No, not by the end of the video.
Yes, we did.
No,
bro.
we didn't. I saw the end of the video, Sebastian. Before we started taking calls, put her down.
We rated Boa.
No, we didn't.
Am I tripping?
Yes.
All right. If I'm tripping, I'm tripping.
I
Either way,
honestly-
she was getting
You
dropped.
see how I go from like super happy to immediately like, yo, I hate Sebastian?
Listen.
It comes that quick.
Either
bro.
way,
It comes that quick.
she was getting dropped, bro.
Listen, we haven't even talked about her.
She getting dropped.
Anyway.
I don't remember.
All right, so the people that we had, Marv, you gonna do that little screen? Yeah. All right. The people that we had so far was we had Roger and Rox at 100. Thank you, Oz. We had Whitebeard and Garp at 99. We had Sengoku at 98. We had Rayleigh and Shanks at 97. We had Kaido, Akainu, Mihawk, and Big Mom at 96. Then we had Aokiji at 95. Luffy and Kizaru at 94. Blackbeard, Fujitora, Green Bull, and Bullet at 93. Zoro at 90. Katakuri King at 88. And Marco at 87. So we have 22 characters so far. They're going to be very interchangeable. And we're just going to do it like that. Mark, can you put us at the top right and then make us a little bit bigger, please? Yeah. If you,
He said he can't make
oh,
it.
you can't make it bigger? All right. That's what she said. No, that's what he said. Right? All right. Anyway.
Hey, yo!
So what we're going to do is I'll just say a name and then we'll see where he goes and then we'll just go for that,
she.
right? Or she. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
do you guys feel like Oden is anywhere in these categories of like 90 to 90 something?
Yo, this is what I'm trying to tell you. We rated Oden already too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
But we never put him in.
Yeah, we did. We put him above Bullet. I remember. I just watched it.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yes.
I do remember that.
Yo, I was watching the episode though.
You ain't finished it.
Was I watching episode 95? I mean,
I don't know.
so.
But was Hancock not on there too? Like, I
just checked the
swear to
list.
God, she
Hancock
was on there. Thank you.
Yeah, she
I knew
was.
it, bro.
Yeah, she was
All
a
that
90.
yelling you was doing.
She was a
You
90.
see how he be? He be yelling that hard just to be wrong, bro. Terrible.
She was.
I'm gonna read the super chat while you educate yourself, bro.
So are we keeping Boa on it?
Nah, well, we gonna leave her down because she's dropping, bro. Either way.
oh my god.
We did get a $2 super chat from our guy Ozzy Phenom. It says it was death leg day. So he skipped leg day.
You don't want to skip leg day,
You
man.
can't skip leg day, bro. You
know?
can't skip leg day.
I think I'll make a
You gotta work on them glutes, dog.
I think I'll make a One Piece reference. Well, no, everybody in One Piece has no legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to be like, because One Piece characters be skipping leg day.
They do skip leg day.
I
I also
disagree with
skip
that.
leg day.
I
Yes, they
disagree
do.
with that.
Okay. We just got a $100 super chat from my boy Celestial Donkey.
Hey,
Oh my god. Celestial Donkey, bro.
It says, put Buggy with the goats, boys. Buggy low dips everyone. Hashtag Buggy
All right.
Gang.
So thank you, CD, for that amazing donation, by the way. Before you get to the next one, listen, I'm looking at the video. That was part 2, right? Part 2 of that video. At the very end, before we started taking calls, Boa's not up there.
Bro.
Bullet is not up there either.
Bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah, on the list I had, we had
this
him.
Oh, crap. This is the list I got, bro. You see that?
Where was this? Oh, this is at the very, very end.
Yeah, bro. You gotta watch the whole video.
Oh, yeah. All right. So fix it.
All
Fix it.
right.
My bad.
Listen,
I thought that
I'm
before we started taking calls, we finished the list.
Marv, I'm gonna switch back real quick. Listen, man. Listen. All right, so I got to drag Bull back up here. Bullet's already in there, but like
Yeah.
again, I'm
So
planning on
everything. Hold
dropping her
on.
anyway.
Yo, relax. So we're. This is it. This is the list.
This is the list
Okay.
as we had it before.
All right. Read the super chat, and then we'll get back to the list.
Marv, I'm gonna switch back. All right. So we got a couple more super chats sitting. It's got a $50 super chat from our guy Joyboy Mark. It says, "Whitebeard deserves that 100." I agree.
Sebastian,
I agree.
You do know we all 4 of us took a vote. Even if you believe something, like, bro, I don't believe half this list, but I had to accept it.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with some of the stuff on the list too, but
Yeah.
Whatever. I feel like we can all come to an agreement on Whitebeard though, right now, real quick.
No, bro.
All right.
Let's. Anything else? All right, so,
Yes.
So the list is done. We're
done.
good. All right.
We had another super chat though.
All right. Read it.
We got a $5 super chat from Sengoku King. It says, "Larry is like, what's it like being wrong all the time?" God damn.
We're just gonna go to the next one.
Answer his question, bro.
I'm not wrong all the time.
That's a fair answer, I suppose.
I was wrong that time though.
I'm
For sure.
gonna add a poll for Whitebeard real quick.
Sebastian, come on, bro.
All right, just go.
So, I think what we should do is we should go over the top list again right now, and then we'll just go over the characters.
Okay.
Just to like solidify, like this is the same thing that we were doing. Okay. So I'll just go down the list of who we already have. Where was Boa? You remember what it said for Boa? Like where she was? Like 92?
She
90?
was 90.
90?
If I remember
Okay.
correctly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bullet was where again?
He was 92? Because he was underneath all the admirals and Oden. And we put Oden at 93.
Minus Bullet's a 93.
All right, so maybe he's 93. Because I remember it said to be...
Oh, yeah, he's a 93. He's a
Yeah, I
93.
think our thing was to be an admiral, you have to be a 93 minimum. I think that was our thing.
Yeah.
well, I thought it was 90.
Yeah, but they all ended up being over 90. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
90 minimum, and then, like, we put Fujitora, Kizaru, Aokiji, you know what I mean? All over 93 anyway.
Okay.
So,
Read that super chat because I just want to hit these real quick. That way we could just get them out the way.
yeah, we got a $50 super chat from our guy.
Thank you.
Fourth
Thank you.
face. It says, "Feels great to see the whole crew back. Together. My bad. I was about to say thank God. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving and hope we can get the twins on one of the Davies Dark tournament rounds. Hashtag Lionel a legend." Yo, Lionel got a hashtag, bro.
Yo, Lionel got a legend.
I love to see it, bro.
I
love to
appreciate it,
see
man. I
it.
feel like that's crazy.
I feel like his legend is only there because he's barely.
Yo, he's the lurking legend,
Yeah,
bro.
he's the
That's
lurking
what it
legend.
is.
Yeah.
And they're coming, supposedly,
They're-
on Wednesday.
No,
they should be there.
it's not supposedly. They're coming.
I'm gonna believe it when I see it, bro.
Bro, I'm going to fight both of them if they're not there. I called both of them.
Yo, that's a feat. Yo, we were talking about feats today. They said Larry got no feats in the Discord. It was funny as hell.
That's obviously not true. Okay.
Shots.
I got more feats than Blackbeard. That's all I know. And Marco put together.
Oh, man. We got, but thank you so much for it, Face. We got a $2 super chat from Hime. It says, I want Larry as a buggy on a TOP t-shirt. Hashtag buggy gang.
Look what Lionel started.
Yes.
Yo, Strahd, block Hime. block her. Take her out.
Oh, man.
That's it. All right.
We got another one from $2 from Villain D Juice. That's a dope name. It says 10 out of 10 put Larry D Clown on a shirt. I need it. I need it. You can put like R.I.P.
I told you you're gonna hate it before I mentioned it.
You can put like R.I.P. or something.
Okay. So let's get back to the match. So let's go down the list, gentlemen. We have Roger at 100.
Marv, you can switch.
We have Roger at 100. How we feeling?
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Stays.
I still think he's 99. But you
Roger?
I've said this
We did
before.
this. I remember this.
Yeah, I've said this before.
We did this.
But you guys said 100, all three of you, right?
Yeah, he wanted
Okay,
Rox
okay.
out.
So then that's staying the same. Boba. Then we go Rox. Where's Rox?
100. I think we put them both at 100.
Yeah, I'm
100,
I'm
right?
with that.
100? All right, so that's 2 people down. If you guys want to keep track, just keep track by writing down the people that, on your pad or something like that. Okay, now when it comes to Whitebeard, where are you guys putting him?
I am petitioning to move Whitebeard up to a 100 gang.
I'm staying at 99.
Okay.
I kind of say 100, but I'm mostly thinking of because I just believe Roger had stronger hockey than Whitebeard. So that's why I put him maybe at 99. But I still believe like Whitebeard's probably also 100 too as well.
Yeah.
Like if it's percentage, like Roger would be a high 100 and Whitebeard would be like a mid 100. And just going off that.
Yeah.
The reason I kind of I'll probably say keep Whitebeard at 99. I would like to say 100, but I kind of have a feeling that Roger, he was sick, right?
Yes.
He was sick, so he may not have been at his full strength, especially when he got the scar when Whitebeard got the scar from Roger. So if Roger is like supposed to be like the top and he's still sick, so he's weakened, and Whitebeard not only is drawing with him and then eventually may potentially loses, but let's say just draw. Just go to keep it there. He couldn't beat Roger at his in his weakened condition. Even though it wasn't too much weakened.
He had a year left to live.
Yeah.
I feel like hockey's hockey, bro.
So do you think that you would tie with somebody that like had a year left to live if y'all fought?
I feel like I don't think there was ever a point where they said that Roger couldn't compete at his apex.
No, come on, bro.
With the illness. They never said that.
Yo,
they never implied that. They've never implied that. He got sick and he died, yes. They never said it impacted his capabilities of fighting. They never said that.
Hold on. You can switch the camera more.
Or specifically when he fought Whitebeard, they never said that.
Hold on. Sebastian, even if it's not implied, if you have a year left of your life to go and you are currently dying, you are going to be weaker than you are at your prime when you are extremely healthy.
That's fair. It's also
I don't feel like that needs to be implied.
But it's also fair to say that Whitebeard could have gotten stronger after Roger's death.
No, you could say that.
Listen, he lived several decades longer. You get what I'm saying?
Even if you say that, right?
Hold
on. Even if you say that he probably did get stronger, at the end of the day, like Roger also could have gotten stronger if he just wasn't sick.
That's fair. What I'm saying is, fact is, I'm not going to fight too hard on this.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're using speculation.
No.
I'm doing the same thing.
What I'm saying is, right now, we have the person who has more so than anybody else in the series, been considered the world's strongest man for longer than anybody else, and he's not in the top rank. Wrong. In a list that's specifically about strength.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like, I got the respect of the Marines, got the respect of every pirate that's ever walked, saying he's the strongest man alive.
I get you.
And he's not at the top right now.
Okay,
and I'm not even asking us to put him above Roger or Rox.
So
I'm just saying put him at 100.
It's the same thing with Mihawk, right? When did he get that moniker? Was it during Roger or after Roger?
I don't know when he.
Okay, so we need research on that, right? One, That's the same thing with Mihawk. We never knew when he was the world's strongest swordsman. It was just like, yo, he was 9 and he became 19 and he became super famous. But when Shanks fought him, he might have not been the world's strongest swordsman.
I think they say that Whitebeard was the world's strongest man during Roger's era.
But even
When?
Exactly. I don't know when, but put it this way. Even hold on. Even if he was, that title still remained at Marineford War, and we know he wasn't the strongest out of the Yonko.
And honestly,
It's out of respect.
no, but honestly,
It was out of respect. Yeah,
honestly,
it's out of respect.
I know Whitebeard is strong, so I'm not trying to say
Yeah,
to
we're not trying to downplay him
Whitebeard,
at all.
But I do 100% believe that one of the factors into why Whitebeard was called the world's strongest man, what was his ability?
It was the strongest ability around.
The strongest ability that they would destroy the world. So you have to factor that.
But that's factoring in, bro. You got it.
I understand. No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is I give more credit to me personally. I give more credit to ones like Roger and Shanks and for like Mihawk, Zoro, stuff like that, because they're not in a sense using an ability's power. It's really just them. But really though, I'm going by Roger. Is that Roger in a way stood above, so to speak, or at the level of a Whitebeard, just with his hockey and his own physical strength.
You know what's crazy too about this? Like, we're not downplaying Whitebeard.
Yeah.
Like, it's a 1 point difference. We know that it could go either way in that, right? But at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says, when the Road to Laugh Tale Volume 3 or 4 came out, they said that Roger's greatest adversary was Rocks. It wasn't Whitebeard. And if we're considering Rocks at that moment 100 and Roger 100, then who's under Rocks? It would be Whitebeard. Even if Whitebeard got stronger after that, Roger only declined in strength because of his sickness. So he actually was matching up to Whitebeard where Whitebeard wasn't matching up to him. So he would have to be weaker to a degree. And now I'm not saying that the world's strongest swordsman isn't a correct title. I think it is. But it greatly depends, was it during Roger's era or was it after Roger's era? And even if it is during Roger's era, it was probably when Roger got sick overall.
I think, and I don't want to harp on this for too long because we have
we got a lot to do.
I just think a lot of Roger's claim to fame, obviously a lot of it is strength, but a lot of it is things that he accomplished versus just him being this overwhelming strong person. It's a charisma to him. That, like Oden said, there's something about him that's different.
Yeah.
That wasn't strength that made him think that. That was what his personality was like. That was who he was as a person. There's stronger people than Luffy. Luffy has that it factor to him that Whitebeard just never had because he doesn't care about the same things. But whatever, if y'all want to keep Whitebeard at 99, it is what it is. We gotta move on.
Yeah, we moving on then.
Yeah.
It's a 99.
Right.
Let's read the super chats real quick.
Yeah, we got. I think it might just be one. Yeah, we got a $50 super chat from our guy, Joy Boy Mark. Thank you so much, Mark. You're so consistent with these, man. It says, Whitebeard and Roger were like Luffy and Cat, enemies, but they respected each other at the end of the day, and Whitebeard wasn't going all out in that fight we saw.
That's speculation too, but thank you for the 50. Seriously.
No, the time they're talking about when Roger and Whitebeard fought, because Roger said to his crew, before I turn myself in, whatever, I'm going to see Whitebeard one last time.
Yeah, they fought before.
And remember, Whitebeard didn't have a scar on his chest.
Yeah.
So that last fight is when Roger gave Whitebeard the scar on his fight.
Yeah.
Scar on his chest, and that's their last final fight.
Yeah, but even then, it proves even further that the dude was further into his descent of death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever.
But anyway, we agreed. It's 99.
I put a poll up. Whitebeard, yes, for 100, won the poll with 56 votes at 61%. So.
Listen, I don't. It's the same thing with like people and their respect, right, towards certain characters. They disrespect certain characters and they respect certain characters. They respect them during these times, but then they'll disrespect them to prove a point.
Yeah.
And it's like I get the Whitebeard hype. I appreciate it. Like he's definitely that guy. But he's not Roger and Rock's that guy. But let's continue.
Wait, real quick. Did you read the Villain de Juice's one?
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Okay. Just check.
All right. So then next is Garp, gentlemen. This is number 4, people. Number 4. So Garp, he's a 99. Are we staying 99 or are we changing?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Say.
I'm staying.
I think it's going to be a lot of stay with that.
Until
we get to a certain somebody.
Yeah.
All right. 98, Sengoku. He's number 5, guys. What are we doing with Sengoku?
I'm still good with that.
Yeah,
Still good with that?
No,
Yeah,
I
stay.
always thought Sengoku should be higher, but I'm probably gonna be outvoted. So.
Yeah,
I don't think it's enough.
I think I'm saying 98.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough evidence to say that he should be higher than, or at the same level as Whitebeard and Garp.
Yeah.
Personally,
I mean,
It depends.
I'm not gonna get.
It's because of that one statement that Roger made. That's why.
But again, he's also king. I don't want to get into it, but I know he's also King Disposition user.
Yeah.
Like, just like Whitebeard, Roger, and Rocks.
Yeah.
a lot of King's disposition users not this high.
Bro, again, I'm not like that's. I get you, but Sengoku is clearly one of them.
Yeah.
You can't say he's not.
Listen, 98 is good, bro.
I agree with you, Lionel, but just as a safe answer, I'm gonna stick here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sticking here too. Then we got Rayleigh at 97. Are we changing?
No, I'm fine with that.
Changing?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I always thought he was on Sengoku's level, but that's just me. Because if Roger's fighting Garp, then Sengoku's going to be fighting Rayleigh. But that was my headcanon. I guess we're keeping 97.
I mean, if you want to move him up, I'm down with that too.
To a 98?
Yeah.
I'm down to move him to 98.
You know what it is? I just don't know. Is Rayleigh stronger than Shanks right now? Like,
is
Prime Rayleigh beating Shanks right now?
That was the argument last
I
night.
think he
that's where I'm at
could.
with it.
I think he would. It'd be a really tough fight, but given to the lore of Rayleigh, I think it's like extremely high diff.
Yeah.
Like Rayleigh might die during the fight, but
Yeah.
one of those. But I might give it to Rayleigh still.
I don't know. I think 97 is perfectly fine, and it's because of that statement that Roger made about, Garp and Sengoku. I think that Rayleigh himself just he's like a little bit out of the picture, but he could still bang out to that degree.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that he's most likely not going to win, in my opinion. So I think when we did 97, I think this was the same conversation we had,
Yeah.
to be honest. I think a lot of the conversations we're going to bring up are the same things that we brought up before.
Yeah, we got to speed through
Yeah,
these to
yeah.
get to the newer ones.
Yeah. So we got Roger, Rocks, Whitebeard, Garp, Sengoku, Rayleigh. Now we're on number 7, people. So Shanks. We have him at a 97.
Mm-hmm.
Are we switching?
I think there is an argument to make
I
that
think he
Shanks
should
should be
be
higher.
higher.
Yeah, there is an argument to make the Shanks should be higher. I'm not going to make that argument. You can go ahead if you want to.
Wait, before we get to the argument, what's the number you think Shanks should be at?
At least 98
Is everybody cool with 98?
for now. Until we see him fight. Until we see Shanks actually fight, right? But I'll put him at 98. I'm not gonna put him
So
higher.
we've all seen Film Red, right?
Yes, we have.
Has that impacted your view of Shanks' strength at all?
I mean, yeah, but like
Yeah.
the fact that like a lot of it's not canon, there's certain aspects of it we don't know which ones they are. It's really like what you want to interpret as canon. I think that what Shanks did to Green Bull during Wano fits what he did in Film Red by
Right.
conquering out and then scaring Kizaru and Fuji a little bit. Like he stopped them in their tracks.
Yeah.
And he put Kizaru in a defensive mode that's usually not happening.
My question is, and again, it's the same argument we had last time, I guess. Do you see Prime Rayleigh doing that
Yes.
to the two admirals?
Yes.
I can see that.
I don't know.
Well, no,
I don't know.
not the conquerors thing, but I think he would be able to bang out to a point where like he's like, yo, like I
Yeah, for
don't,
sure.
yeah, like I'm not gonna struggle that much,
But that's what I mean.
I'm gonna fight.
But that's what I mean. Like in regards to conquering the two, could he? I mean, maybe he could straight up stop Green Bull in his tracks. Maybe he could straight up stop Fujitora and Kizaru. We know Shanks can.
Yeah.
We're like assuming.
Again,
Rayleigh
I always
could.
go by, Shanks saw this with Roger and Rayleigh since he was a child. So he
Yeah,
obviously he learned that
You
from
can switch,
them.
Marv.
He learned that from them.
Yeah. All right, so
I don't know.
how about this? Let's move Shanks up to a 98 because I think I agree that he should be a 98.
But is that? Are we putting him above Rayleigh then?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Rayleigh's 97, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can switch it again, Marv, so people can see it. Yeah. So Shanks is a 98. That's our 7th, guys. That was our 7th. Now we're moving to the 8th. Kaido. Now, my argument last time was that Kaido should have been a 97. I thought that he's comparable with Rayleigh, and he's definitely one of the stronger characters that we've ever seen in a show. Like today, I started noticing that. Thank you for the super chat, guys. That Strahd was like, "Yo, Kaido would get mid-diffed by Roger," and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think he would get mid-diffed by Roger, because of what Kaido showed and how long he showed it for and what he was capable of doing. It was like, even at the end of the day, after Luffy beat him, we still didn't think like Kaido at full strength, not holding up an island, Luffy would be able to beat. And it's like, what we saw was like top tier fighting. And if not, it was damn near top tier fighting. So, I don't know, man. Maybe, I think Kaido's a poor ass villain. I think he's terrible. But I think what he displayed was things we've never seen in a show. Never. And he did it in great fashion. Even when he was getting speed blitzed by a person that was unimaginably Hawks, he was like, yo, like, he was like, yo, I'm good. I'm still good. I want him at a 98. And I think I said this last time. But it's up to y'all.
Is Rayleigh beating Kaido? I guess I would keep doing this with Rayleigh. Is he beating Kaido? Like, is Prime Rayleigh straight up beating Kaido in a fight?
I don't think Rayleigh beats Kaido in a fight.
I think that's fair.
To me, it's like, it could go either way with me, honestly, with Kaido. Because I do believe, for instance, when Kaido hit Luffy and knocked him out, and then Luffy figured out it was Vance King's position, Kaido didn't even do the separation to knock Luffy out. He only started doing separation, like, without even touching Luffy, when Luffy started doing it to him. So
what do you mean by separation? What are you saying?
Pretty much, when pretty much you can hit somebody without your blade touching them.
You mean Conqueror's coding?
Yeah, well, there's two different versions of it.
There's Rio and then there's
when you do the leakage, you can still touch that person, but you add it more, I guess, with your Bo Shokuraki or whatever, that you can actually do it without touching them. Kaido, for instance, when Kaido did the Ragnarok thing and knocked Luffy out, his weapon touched Luffy, and it was still Kingsman leakage. But later on, when Luffy...
You're saying there was still Conquerors leaking out of his weapon.
Yeah, but he still physically touched Luffy.
Yeah.
Then when Luffy figured it out, later on when he punched Kaido and whatever and he blocked it, that's when Luffy started doing, I don't have to touch you. That's when Kaido started, all right, you're doing that, I'm going to start doing it to you now. So when Kaido...
No, that's just Conqueror's coding.
Huh?
Yeah, there's Conqueror's coding.
No, I'm saying, like, there's a level of Conqueror's coding. One, you could touch them, and one without touching them. And I'm saying that Kaido...
I get you.
And I'm saying that Kaido still was holding back against Luffy during that.
Okay, so you just confused the hell out of me for a second. Because I was just like, what is this guy talking about? I get you, though. It's just, from my personal aspect, it was armament and Conquerors being used together. But it wasn't Conqueror's coding. And that's what Yamato uses. And that's what...
I gotta show you.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get past that. But I'm down to move him up.
I'm also down to move Kaido up.
I feel like it's respectable, bro. Lawrence, you haven't said anything.
I know. I agree, because also, too...
Okay, so let's move him up.
Yeah, we'll move him up. I was going to ask the chat, but...
No.
Marv?
So, I think we put him above Rayleigh.
Damn, Rayleigh taking L's today.
And if he had a 98.
I think he's staying there, though. I don't think he's moving back any further.
Next, this will be the 9th person. It's going to be Akainu. So, Akainu's at a 96 right now. Are we good with 96?
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I'm good with 96.
Yeah.
Okay, on to 10. Mihawk. Are we changing Mihawk at all? Are we leaving him at a 96? Are we good?
I'm good with Mihawk at 96, personally.
Yeah.
I'm good with Mihawk at a 96, too. He's way too vague. He couldn't hit Luffy. No, I'm not going to go into it. Next, guys, this is the 11th character, I believe. Big Mom. Sebastian.
You know what? It's not even her. It's not even her. I just think there's people lower on this list that should be higher. Or at least one specific person.
Anyway, Big Mom is a 96 for me. And I'm sticking with that. I'm not going to explain anymore. I've explained enough. 96.
I got her at 95, personally. But that's me.
96.
Yeah, 96.
I have been outranked.
This happened last time.
And I was right last time. Y'all didn't want to believe it.
So, number 12. Thank you, guys. We're going to get right to the Super Chats. Just give me, like, two more people to pick from. Aokiji. 95. Agree or disagree?
Again, so I agree. I just think there's two people who should be higher than that. So I guess we'll have to wait to that until we get to that point.
Yeah, but he stays at 95.
I think he should still be at 95. I'm willing to drop him down to 94. And it's really, I'm serious. It's like just narrative bullshit, I guess. The fact that he's now a Blackbeard pirate. Like I don't.
That's not good enough.
It's not a good enough reason. It's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
how
say,
I
what does that
feel.
even matter?
It's just how I feel, bro. It's how I feel. But I'm fine with leaving him at 95. I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he fought Akainu for 10 days and they both got damaged and it was so
he
close.
got permanent damage.
Dude, so Sebastian, if you want to go by that logic, that's like lower Mihawk because he has the Buggy has top billing over him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to lower Mihawk.
As soon as you heard, you were like,
I'm down to lower Mihawk.
listen, bro.
Yo, hold on. But the thing is, with Mihawk, he did it for safety. You know what I'm
It
saying?
wasn't even. No, he did it to not be
Hold
bothered.
on.
Larry.
He did it for safety.
He did it to not be
where,
bothered.
where?
Come on, man.
That's safety.
That's not the
He used to
same.
hunt Marines,
Yeah,
man.
it's not. It's not
listen,
safety.
Listen.
You gotta switch how you phrase it.
Anyway, it was for
Yeah.
safety. Where Aokiji,
crazy.
we all suspect that
for a mission.
he's either spying on them or there's something else going on at the time that he's trying to do something for his justice. So that's the difference between them both. All right. I'm fine. 95. I think it's perfect for Aokiji. Anybody else?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
Number 13, and then we'll do super chats. Luffy. Luffy was at 94.
Luffy, to me, y'all remember, I was saying Luffy should be 96. Y'all were like, nah, he's not ready.
Nah, he's not
so I
ready.
said 95. Y'all said not again, and I still don't understand. Like, whatever. But I just think he should be higher. If Luffy fought Aokiji right now, I think he would win. And I think most of us think that. But yeah, y'all put him above him. I don't get that. You know what I mean? Like, if they fought right now, y'all got Aokiji, I don't got him.
So,
I don't know.
Am I tripping?
So my reason has always been like Kaido and Big Mom similar. Akainu should definitely be up there. And it's like Aokiji is very similar to Akainu, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I guess if Aokiji and Akainu didn't have that fight or that hockey blossom that I suspect that most definitely happened, I'd be like, yo, like they're probably lower in strength and Luffy would be higher than them. But the fact is they did have that fight. And I think that even though Luffy fought Kaido the way he did, Luffy died, bro.
Yeah.
But that was a...
But hold on. Kaido wasn't really taking him seriously most of the time either.
Yep.
And it's like, now we're going to have these 5 big monsters ahead of him. I don't know if Luffy doesn't die. You know what I'm saying? Like if plot is not ingested into the script of the fight, I think Luffy has a harder time than you actually believe, bro.
No, I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying, because I still respect those people and their abilities and their strength. I'm saying the Luffy we're seeing now is stronger than the Luffy that died in that moment versus Kaido. He just is. He has a whole new gear he can tap into. He's got a stronger grasp of hockey mastery.
Yes, he does.
He's able to do more stuff. He just is.
Let me say one thing, and then you go. I just don't know the side effects of Gear 5 yet. There is a significant side effect that hasn't been explained, but the dude looked like 100 years older, bro.
He did. I don't know what that was about, but it's probably the side effect. Either way, he was able to, but it wasn't like something like out of his capability is what brought him back. He still pumped himself back up. You know what I mean?
But
like
how
if
much
he
did that
enters into that mode again, or that happens to him again, it's feasible to think he could restart or figure it out. Whether it's making him older or taking years off his life or whatever. It's not like, some outside person or some outside factor had to help him in that moment.
Okay.
He did that.
But we still don't know what's happening. Like, if I knew that Luffy was going to be good, I'd be like, all right, like, I'm cool. Like, I feel like that's feasible. But, like, even Kaido, to a degree, we didn't get confirmation that he went full awakening, right? Because there was a side effect from it, and that was the zone would take you over. But it's like, with Luffy, it seemed to me, personally, not only would his devil fruit take over him, but there was also a side effect to using that much hockey and that much devil fruit ability. And I just don't think he can sustain that type of output for long enough for these guys to go down.
Do you think he would beat Aokiji?
I do not know.
Okay. What do y'all think he should be ranked? The chat is saying, I got 96, 95, 94, and 93 on the vote. 96 is leading at 62, and 95 is second at 24. So clearly it's between 96 and 95.
Yeah, but that's... come on, bro.
Wait,
It's
what-
chat, bro. They don't know shit.
Stop disrespecting our chat.
Wait, what's Luffy's rank right now?
94.
Yeah, I think it should be higher. Personally, I
At
think it
max,
should be
I'll
96.
give it a 95. That's the highest I'm gonna give. Because again, I don't think Luffy's ready, and plus also his hockey duration. Like,
Yeah, I think he would lose to Big Mom right now if they fought for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
still.
don't. I personally
But
don't.
that's because you don't respect Big Mom.
I respect Big
And we're not going
Mom.
to get into this. Lawrence.
To me, the 94 is due to Luffy's greenness. Regardless of how strong he's potentially showing, Luffy's still very, very green. And that's what going into, like, for example, with Aokiji and Akainu. They fought for 10 days. You could tell you they were trading for 10 days, but they were fighting the pocket for 10 days. But at the end of the day, they were scrapping for 10 days. Luffy has not shown being able to scrap for that long. And when he goes his all-powerful, Gear 5th, right? He can't, like Larry, you said, he can't maintain that for long, And also, too, Luffy shows that he could gas out or use his power recklessly that causes a negative effect on him. Or you have a veteran like Aokiji who can fight at his full strength, fighting a strong opponent at his level or even stronger than him, as in Akainu, for those 10 days. So that means for veteran-wise, he knows how to use his power wisely. Luffy just kind of throws everything he has out to gas himself, which could actually hurt him in a fight. Yeah. So that's where I'm talking about the greenness, why he's at a 94. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aokiji could use his experience. The main thing is, like, I guess, can Aokiji do enough to take Luffy's power? Right? But he hasn't shown me otherwise that he wouldn't be able to. Yeah. He's been fighting for how long in this world and
I don't even know
his power.
So if Aokiji's a conqueror, man. Like, Luffy's splitting the sky right now. Like, y'all got to start putting Yonko respect on Luffy name, man.
Sebastian, I'm not going to get into that because it's a whole separate argument that I'm going to just go off on you about.
Respect that,
Anyway,
man.
Are we going to decide 94?
He said 95. I said 96.
I said 94, but if you want to bring him to 95, I'm fine. So either one.
94, Lawrence.
I said again 94 because of his greenness.
And Sebastian.
I say 96, so I'm willing to settle at 95, which makes us like a draw here.
No, it's not a draw because Lionel's saying that he can go either or.
Yeah.
So you're going back down to 94?
I said either.
No, he said either or.
Like
he has the potential to beat Aokiji.
It's 94. He's 94, bro.
Oh my god. Y'all wrong.
Okay.
He has the potential to beat Aokiji, but just because he's stronger doesn't mean you'll win the fight. Because
we're scaling on strength.
Hold on. We're not gonna stay long on these.
Yeah.
94.
We got mind counts.
Yeah, we got 8 more people. We got to do the rest of the people and then 8 more people. Bro. Okay. So next, I think this is the 13th character, Kizaru. We have him at a 94. Where do you? I personally believe he's a 94 because he's stronger than the newer admirals, who we have at a 93, and he's not stronger than Aokiji, who's a 94, 95. So
he stays.
94, cool?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. Super chats.
Yeah, we got a couple sitting. They referenced to a couple things we talked about a little earlier. So we got a $2 super chat from Mogul B. It says, Rayleigh mastered all hockey, did Ryo with one finger. Yeah, Rayleigh's a beast. I don't think anybody said Rayleigh wasn't top tier. It's just a matter of whether he's beating these Yonko.
No, I think he could beat these Yonkos, but that's just me.
Keep it going, bro.
Yeah. We got another... We got another $2 super chat from Mogul B. It says, also Rayleigh most likely trained Shanks in hockey. We've all assumed that at some point.
He trained Luffy in hockey, and Luffy couldn't beat Doflamingo, so...
Well, damn. Anyway, we got a $2 super chat from Ozzy Phenom. It says, Kaido's a 99 boy, stop playing.
I respect it, but he's not a 99.
He's not that
high. As much as I love Kaido, he's not a 99.
Yeah. We got a $100 super chat from our guy, Ball D. Cornell.
Thank you so much.
Larry, collab with your boy Mosh. When? That Blackbeard theory was nice, yo. Is it on par, no vision, with Threeville's Blackbeard octopus theory?
I don't think so. I think those guys make some of the greatest theories out there about Blackbeard, but I'm still a newbie, bro. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. Like, I don't think my shit is as good as theirs.
I'm here to tell you right now, it is on par. All right? Because I don't care. And there's no vision, that was funny.
Listen, I love Mosh, but Mosh be capping, bro. Alright? If I try to make something with Mosh, bro, it'll never get done.
Listen. Mosh has been on the channel a few times.
Yeah.
But
let's go next one.
Alright? Larry don't like to talk about himself, man. Your theory was fire, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Alright. We got a subscription to Nakama from Taco Dado 2. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Enjoy the new emojis and emotes that you can use on the channel. We got a $5 super chat from Villain D Juice. It says, Larry gets neg diffed by Kobe before he was in the Navy. Hashtag Larry has bad tickets. I don't think anybody could get neg diffed by Kobe before he was in the Navy, bro. He was terrible. Void sends a $17 super chat. It says, Larry top 1 Big Mom enjoyer. I don't know if y'all saw his little interview with what was it? I forgot.
Come on, we already had it. Go to the next one, bro.
Oh man. Anyway, I think is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for
All right, guys. So, 93. I think this is the 14th character. Blackbeard. He's at a 93. Are you guys switching or what?
Nah, he's staying.
Yeah,
I hate y'all. Yo, move my boy up, man. Blackbeard deserves it, man.
Why?
I think he's a 91.
Oh my god.
No, but I've said this before. It was either a 91 or a
Jesus,
92.
bro.
I think he's still like a
Jesus.
92. I think he's a 92.
I hate y'all, bro.
I think he's safe here.
Blackbeard will be vindicated
So
one day.
you said 93, Law?
Yeah.
93,
93.
Seb? Seb, Lionel. Seb?
95, but it's
All right,
fine.
then I'm going 92, so he's a 93.
He's a 93,
All right,
whatever.
All right.
Haters.
Next one, 14th character, Fujitora. Where do we have Fuji? He's a 93.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Fine? Fine? Fine?
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess I'm fine with that. Green Bull. I had him at a 92 as well. What did you guys have him?
I don't know. Did we rank this after he got the whole Shanks showing, or just before?
I think it was.
This before.
I don't
right?
remember, bro.
He might be a 91, 92.
You know,
right?
you know what it was?
Wait, I agree
Hold on.
with that.
You know what it was? It wasn't. We didn't rank him yet because he wasn't shown. But we went by what's the base level for admirals,
Yeah.
and that's what we were talking about for a long time. So 92, bro. I would even go 91, but that's just me.
I'm willing to drop Green Bull just because of who's behind him right now. Like, or was even with him. I think Oden would probably beat him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And like
I think
Oden is on the list. He's like behind him. So I'm like, Oden could probably deal with this dude.
Yeah.
Like, in
Well,
all
to me,
honesty.
Oden would beat all the animals besides probably Akainu and Aokiji, so. That's me, man.
It depends.
calm down.
Lionel be wildin'.
Calm down.
Hey, bro.
It's
I've been right.
hold on. It's a topic of conversation, but I think right now we can't
Yeah.
do it.
So are we dropping Green Bull? I think
I think we gotta drop Green Bull to like. I'm going 91, bro.
I'm gonna go. Was he at 93 right now?
Yeah.
He's 93.
I'm going to drop him to a 92 at least. 93 or 92. That's what I'm going.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
It's not.
I'm saying it's crazy because like it's deserved. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what his showing was, it was pretty bad. Like you can't be looking like that. I'm willing to put him after Oden. I don't know what that means. If it's 92 point whatever, like, whatever. But I'm willing to put him after
listen.
Oden. I'm gonna go 92.
92.
92,
I went 91. You?
92 or
92.
91.
So he's 91.5 right now.
No,
Just-
just put on
just-
91. 91.
91.
91.
All right, 91.
That puts him below Bullet.
I think this is our 15th or 16th character. Oden. I didn't know where we placed Oden.
We had him at 93,
93.
and I'm good there personally.
I'm good at 93 for Oden.
Yeah.
I know Lionel wants to get him up there.
Yeah, Lionel loves him.
Lionel
That's
think
his-
it's Oden
La-
stand,
yeah,
bro.
that's Lionel.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
That's
I think
his
it's
man
the
50
plate
grand.
head.
No, I called him. Like, I called him.
Yeah.
He did. He's his baby. He said there was a lot. It's not just the strength. He said there was another person who was the number 2 before 8. Like he said, all
Yeah.
this. He called Oden's entire existence.
I said he's
Before-
a wild man and everything. Like,
So hold on. What are we saying? Are we keeping him at a what was it? 92 or
It's 93.
93. Keeping it out of 93.
Yeah.
Seb?
93.
93.
I do with you guys 93.
But what were
was
you
your
gonna- Yeah,
actual-
what was your actual answer?
Like, I'm trying to think of the limit. Nah, I can't. think.
98.
He's gonna say like 95, right? 96,
I'll
95,
say probably 95.
95.
You think he's stronger than
Hold on,
Luffy right now?
hold on. We have more characters to go through.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though.
All right. So the next one we have, I believe, was Bullet. I
Yeah.
think Bullet was a 93. So
I'm
I
good
got Bullet at 90. Yeah, this is gonna sound so stupid. I got Bullet at 92.
Okay. No, I'm not mad at that. I'm
Yeah,
not.
I got Bullet at 92. I think I said 93 last time, but
I think me and you said higher last time, bro.
Yeah.
I think we were like, yo, 95.
Well, you know what it was?
For a
It was
second there.
his movie showing was very impressive. But again, it's up to you. I think. Listen, Green Bull's not gonna pull off what he did in the movie. That's why, like, if we have Green Bull at 91, I would like, Bullet to be at least 92, bro. 93 is kind of pushing it.
For Bullet, 93 is too high. You don't think like older Bullet? You don't think that's?
I'm good with them being even right there, bro.
But this is my thing too.
I think he's probably stronger.
I think Bullet right now beats Blackbeard, bro. Straight up. And we have Blackbeard at 93, but I also have Blackbeard in my head as a 91. So I think 92 is cool.
Yeah, see, this is the problem when we start using because I have Luffy higher.
Yeah.
Than, you know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta scale based off your own scale.
I'm just making my case. I think he's a 92 if Green Bull's a 91.
Bullet 92.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Are we dropping him? Because he's at 93 right now.
He should be dropped.
Based on what? What has happened that he's dropped? Nothing has happened, just other people got stronger. That's it. That's the only thing that's happened. The guy who beat him ended up getting stronger later.
I just don't think he beats like people like Fuji. You know?
Yo, he was like one-shotting multiple vice admirals. Like, it was wild, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't see Fuji even doing that.
Yo, but Fuji he wasn't damaged by Sabo, you know what I'm saying?
I guess, bro. Dude, he went swipe and a Buster Call went away, bro. Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I rate the vice admirals too high anyway.
Yeah, you do.
All right, so what do you think? Bullet 92?
It just took so much to take him down, bro. I feel like he should be higher.
All right. I mean, that's up to you. Do you want him at 93?
I say 94, but
you say 94?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was at 95 before. I'm pushing back now because
hold on.
But
that's Luffy right now. We have 94.
I know. This is why I'm saying
he can't be 98.
That's what I'm saying. He can't be 94 anymore because where y'all scaled Luffy.
Okay. So where do you
based off Luffy, Bullet should be a 92.
Okay. Lawrence?
Let's go 92 then.
Lionel?
I'm fine with that, yeah.
He actually doesn't 92. Move.
Okay. He doesn't move.
Yeah.
Okay. The next person we have, I think this is our 17th person, if I'm not mistaken. Zoro. Where are we placing Zoro?
I think we had him at 90, right?
We had him at 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still good with that.
Yeah.
I also thought it was kind of a little high for Zoro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think
what?
He's a Conqueror's coding user now, bro. I think he's earned a 90. He beat King.
Yeah.
King, we had King like an 88, 89.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, I think I got him at a 90.
Yeah.
I got him at 90.
90. I think he's safe there.
Yeah, super safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, super safe. Lionel?
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Seb?
I'm good with it.
Okay. Next one, we have Boa Hancock. So, I'll go with Law first. Where do you think? Because we got her at a 90.
You guys want to put her to an 88?
No.
Or you want to take her out of the...
She's higher than King, all right?
We don't have...
She has Hawks that's higher
Hold
than
on.
89?
So where would you put her?
You want to drop her a level?
Hold on. Let me see what Lionel says. What are you going to say, Lionel?
Giving her, I would say maybe a max a 90.
90?
90?
Okay.
That's what you said now.
Or maybe
That's what
89, but mostly 90.
Okay.
Max.
Law, did you change?
I thought with 90, 89.
Okay. Seb? Because this is the person you wanted to drop because you don't like women. So.
It's not because I don't like women. I rate based off showings, bro.
Wait.
Her most recent showing was her getting yoked up.
Do you believe that she will lose to King? Because if that, then
but the reason why I don't is because of Hawks, not because of strength. You know what I mean? Like, her ability is Hawks. She can beat anybody. She can beat Kaido, technically. Unless he breaks out of the stone, which we haven't seen anybody do. You know what I mean? Like, she could beat literally anybody on the list if they're susceptible to how good she looks. But is she stronger than everybody on the list? Yeah, I'm arguing her strength. Is she stronger than Katakuri, King, Marco, etc.? Is she of that caliber where she's stronger than the top Yonko commanders?
Yes.
To you, it's yes. To me, it's an I don't know. I think she's YC2 level, personally.
Well, I would say she's around the same level as them, as Max.
That's fine, too.
It's so stupid.
Listen.
Oda's not going to be like, yo, the second strongest woman in the show is going to be a Yonko commander, second Yonko commander level. Like, it's just not, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean,
like, you can't say Big Mom is like a 90, we have Big Mom at 96, and then Boa's just like 8 points down, 6 points down from your understanding?
Why not?
Because, that literally leaves one woman out of like almost 15 characters in the top 15.
One, Yamato exists. One. Two,
yeah, we're gonna get to her.
We're gonna get to her. And I think most people would say she's stronger than Boa Hancock.
But that's also because we haven't seen anything from Boa. We haven't seen anything from Boa.
Yeah. Listen, you're the one trying to tell me she's a 90, or just because she's a woman. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm
just because of the semantics of you can't put her this.
What I'm saying is that since there's not much to go off from, and I don't know if you guys agreed with me that I forgot, but like the showing that she showed was just a terrible showing because it was written poorly. And it was off screen. You can't
use the written poorly excuse. If she could deal with what Blackbeard threw at her just then, she would have dealt with it.
It's crazy because I could say the same thing with Blackbeard, right? Because when Blackbeard yoked her up, he was like, yo, I can't even take a chance of letting her go.
Yo, because again, this goes back to me saying her devil fruit is Hawks.
Yo,
Blackbeard's not scared of what Boa can do. It's her devil fruit. I'm not trying to limit her.
So where does Blackbeard rank in hockey? Because I know that hockey now can just negate devil fruits to a degree, right?
So
if his hockey is not strong enough to do that, then he's going to have a hard time with her hockey.
Hold on,
right?
We all saw.
It's not just devil fruit related.
When we saw the Seraphim Mihawk slash at Blackbeard,
yes,
we all gave praise to what that Mihawk Seraphim did, cutting the island the way it did. Blackbeard straight up blocked that attack, straight hockey.
Okay.
He did not use any devil fruit to do so. He straight up said, yo, chill out, and blocked that attack.
Okay, so
it's not like he's a bum with hockey. It's just not the case.
My question to you is, okay, so where's Blackbeard's hockey from your understanding? What level is it at?
It's not top tier, I don't think.
Okay, so if it's...
I don't think Boa's is top tier either.
But the thing is, Sebastian, if his hockey is not top tier, right? And he's scared to get turned to stone from her, we know that it takes willpower and a devil fruit to overpower your willpower to a degree. Mm-hmm. If he was so scared that he was going to get turned to stone or just get overpowered if he let her go, he was that nervous. That says something about that. That says something about that fight. We don't have enough info.
He may not know that, too.
Yeah, one I mean, I would assume he does, but even if he doesn't, right, why take the risk? You know what I mean? If I can get my crew, and this is a whole other thing we get into with why Blackbeard backed down, right? He didn't gain enough from fighting Boa anymore. I'm 2 crewmates down, etc. Devil fruits that they might have eaten already down, etc. I'm down.
Okay.
I can get all that back and just recoup my losses where I was at. Versus fighting her and potentially dealing with what you're saying where, I can just break out of it. Like, nah, you can't put yourself in that scenario.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So when Blackbeard went up to Bonnie, what did he say to Bonnie?
Oh, man.
He was like, yo, you're not strong enough. You don't deserve your bounty. But what did he say to Boa? I can't even let you go. That just speaks volumes about her strength.
But that just means she's much stronger than Bonnie, which anybody would have told you already.
No, I'm not saying the difference between Bonnie and Boa's strength. I'm saying the degree of threat that Blackbeard felt from each person dictated what their strength was. He saw Bonnie and was like, you're not strong enough to compete with me, where he was like, yo, Boa is strong enough to the point I can't let her go.
But hold on.
Does that not make sense?
But it doesn't. Because, again, if Bonnie in the situation, Blackbeard was whole crew versus just Bonnie and her weak-ass crew, right? Versus me and 2 people and Boa and the Marines. You know what I'm saying? And again, in general, Boa's ability is just more Hawks than Bonnie's. Because if you turn to a kid, you're still you. You're just a kid. You get old, you're still you, you're just old. You get stoned by Boa, it's over. You're not doing anything. The fight is over. You lost. The same way everybody else on the island was done up.
Okay.
You can't take that risk.
Okay.
She's a bigger risk. One, she's stronger than Bonnie, and her devil fruit doesn't allow for you to play these games.
Okay, so what did Law do to Doc Q's ability?
He negated it, yes, but again, Lawrence alluded to, Law discovered that you could do that through the Yonko.
Okay, hold on. But if Blackbeard is at this 93 that we claim to be, where he's tied with Fuji and he's tied with Bullet, these hockey feats, right? He would know. He'd be able to go, yo, if she turned me to stone, I'd be able to negate it to a degree with my own haki. But he wasn't willing to let that happen. So when you say her powers are so overwhelming that he couldn't let her go, you're telling me right now that his haki level couldn't negate her ability to a degree, and he would suffer from it. So if he's at a 93 and Boa's at an 88, that's like a huge drop off. That's incredibly big.
No, but Hawks is Hawks, bro. Hawks is gonna be Hawks. Is what it is. Sugar can beat how many people in the verse? She's nowhere near them in strength. It's just Hawks. It's what the meaning of Hawks.
Yep, Sebastian, you get what I'm saying, but like at the end of the day, it does come down to hockey.
You're punishing Blackbeard and bumping Boa because of one moment between people that we all seem stronger than Blackbeard. You get what I mean?
I am.
Like because he couldn't do what they did.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo. Law showed us you had to learn that. He would have to learn it from Whitebeard.
Sebastian, right now, is Law stronger than Blackbeard?
No. He's not.
But Law knows all these things that you're saying Blackbeard might not know.
Yo, but he's still not stronger than him. This is what I'm saying. You're saying that because Law has this knowledge, he's now stronger than Blackbeard. He's not. You don't need to have that knowledge to be stronger than somebody else.
Okay, so my point overall is because Blackbeard is facing an individual of his caliber and he doesn't know such things, he's going to get overwhelmed if he let her go, which would dictate that she is exactly at the strength level where we think she should be.
So y'all think she should still be a 90?
I think she should be a 90 at least because if listen, I have Blackbeard at a 91 in my personal head. She should be a 90.
I was gonna drop her, but I guess not. We can move on.
That was a good segment, by the way.
Yeah.
Marv, hit that sponsor. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode.
Versus Marco versus Blackbeard versus
Hold on.
Boa Hancock.
Let's move on because we can discuss that all day. All right. So I believe this is the 20th character.
Yeah.
Katakuri.
Yeah.
We have him at an 88.
I'm good there.
Yeah.
Everybody's good? 88?
Yeah.
See, this is the problem. So I personally think Cat's stronger than Boa, though. You know what I mean? So like,
That's cool.
like you get what I mean?
But you've made your argument already.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, excuse the list. Like, to me, if Boa's a 90, then Cat needs to be a 90. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think Cat's a 90.
You can say your number, and then we'll say ours. This is what democracy is, bro.
Oh, man.
What are you saying?
I'm sticking with 88.
Do you want to say 90 or 88, bro?
88.
I was going to say 89, actually.
I was going to say 89. Because I said 89, I'm pretty sure, last time.
For Cat?
Yeah. What about you, Law?
Maybe we can go 89.
89?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
89. Then we have King next. King was an 88. Where do you guys have King? I have him at an 88.
I'm going to say the same as Cat, 89. Most because he's a Lunarian. That if he wasn't, then he'll be lower.
To me, if we're bumping Cat, I think, or not bumping, but if he's, I don't think Cat is stronger than King. You know what I mean? So like, to me, King is an 89 then. You know what I'm saying? Like when I had them.
You could say it.
Yeah.
You could say it. He's an 89.
Mm-hmm.
I have him 88. You said what?
89.
Law?
Yeah, we can, because I think it's similar to how you have to affect King, similar to how you have to affect Kaido.
Exactly.
So that durability, and he's a scrapper. He could fight actually fight. So
yeah, I mean we had him at an 88 last time, but 89. I mean, if you want to put them together, I personally don't believe it. But and then we have Marco next.
I think we already have him 87.
We have Marco at 87.
I'm good with that. I'm not about to argue. I don't want to argue before we get into more people.
Yeah.
So we can keep Marco at 87, even though we bumped these other scrubs. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not arguing, bro. I'm not. We got bad people to rate, bro. I'm not.
Sure
being,
you don't want to do it, bro?
Bro.
All right, bro.
He yoked. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, keep it in, bro. You know it's not gonna come out well. Law?
yeah, because nope. I'm not gonna start
I
arguing.
knew you guys say 86.
I was like, if we could get him lower, I mean,
I'm willing to bump him to 88.
nah.
Yo, Lana, you with it?
So
88, yo.
Yeah, 88.
Nope.
yeah, so
88.
Yeah, man.
I was actually gonna say 86.
I knew you
I was
was.
gonna go lower too.
Yeah.
I guess we could do it. See, this is the thing. I wasn't trying to get caught up on Marco, bro. We got other stuff to talk about.
It's an 87. He doesn't change.
Yeah, that's it. That's
That's the
compromise.
That's
All right, so I don't know who's next, but
I just want you to know Boa not stronger than those dudes right there. Whatever.
what other characters are we missing that are supposed to be here?
All right, so on the list, on the not yet ranked list, I just put a bunch of people on the list. And Marv, you can switch real quick.
Remember, we're not doing Dragon because we know nothing. We're not doing like anybody that we don't know.
Yeah, Dragon was here. I think when we talked about it last time, we were gonna rate Dragon and said minimum 90. That's what we did. If we're not doing him, then we're not doing him.
Do you guys want to do Dragon minimum 90? Because I feel like that's just pointless. He just takes up a spot.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
All right, so
So
we'll
we
just
just
leave him
won't-
out.
we won't rate Dragon?
Because
For
there's
now.
nothing there.
Okay, so we still have to rank Law,
Yes.
Kid, Cracker, Sabo, Uta, Doffy, who wasn't on the list.
You know what we
Take
can
Uta
do?
off.
We can rank Yamato.
Yeah.
All right, so Yamato's new. I have Yamato at a 90.
Actually,
Same.
My point being is I still don't know who would win between her and Zoro.
That's fair.
Post Wano.
I don't know who between her and Boa Hancock actually. It's either.
yeah, I have her at 92.
Yeah.
If we're talking about who's winning, is Yamato like? I know she like says she's Oden and stuff. Is she attracted to women? Like I don't know. Like is she?
Nah.
She
What
might
is
just
it?
neck differ. Like you know what I mean?
Dude, it's
What
just
does that mean?
it's out of admiration. It's not. She doesn't really.
But
see
Oden
something
was
like
like a perv. Like he was into women, like heavily,
Nah,
like
she's
very
not.
heavily. Like Boa would know different.
She has no
Listen,
idea.
you know
what
what
I'm saying?
But she doesn't know
You know what he's
Oden.
suffering from? Being a Sanji fave. You know, like this is what Sanji fans have to deal with all the time.
What's
Like the
that?
personality of the character.
Listen.
It's like, no, bro, we're talking about straight up hands.
Yeah.
Alright, then I got Yamato over Hancock personally.
We know that, but
Yeah.
I don't. But we got Zoro and Boa at 90.
I'm fine with 90.
I'm fine with 90.
I'm fine with 92.
I really don't know who would win.
I'm ready for a 91. I'm willing to go.
You
there.
think she's stronger than?
You think she's stronger than Zoro?
Yeah, I do.
What? All right, so just give me a reason why, because I don't know.
I can
Because I don't.
It's
I mean, you
true.
can agree, but I really don't know.
It's
All right, so she's, and I know I've argued not so much the opposite, but I've argued against Yamato's strength in the past. But in general, one, fact that she ain't joined the crew is low key telling. You feel me? And the reasoning was she has to be strong enough to protect Wano, right? As the strongest person on the island, if an admiral or so shows up. So she has to be able to deal with a Green Bull level threat. And I don't know if Zoro is there yet, personally. Straight up deal with it. Dolo. Well, no, you're not Dolo, but, you know, like, but it's like, is an admiral going to be like, oh, no, we can't attack this island because Zoro's there? You know
They
what I'm
didn't deal with
saying?
Yamato either.
They didn't, but they don't know about her.
yeah,
I'm
they don't
saying
know who she is.
No.
that's the expectation of her.
Greenville legit attacked them with Yamato. Took attack.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know she exists. I'm saying.
But he confronted her. He felt an attack from Yamato with her hockey and everything.
Took damage.
And still
took damage, and then only when Momo said, "Yo, chill out," was he able to continue doing what he did?
Either way,
He also ate that though.
Yo, he also ate it like crazy, and then also ate the citrus, but still wasn't like, oh, she's stronger than me. I can't deal with it.
I have
he
other
was still ready to
arguments.
try to walk all through.
But
all
I
of
have
them.
other arguments. She's a Conqueror's coding user, longer than Zoro has been.
That's true.
She's a mythical Zoan that makes her buffed AP and durability. She has ice abilities. She's strong as hell in general. She uses Ryo.
And she's an Oni.
Like there's definitely evidence. Like I know it's gonna sound blasphemous for me to be like, yo, Zoro can't beat Yamato. I'm not even saying he can't. I'm just saying on a scale when I'm Kaido's daughter and I'm an Oni and I have a mythical Devil Fruit and I have all, like she has all this going for her, plus the thing that makes Zoro elevate in this arc. She's already had it for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So the question I think always came down to is if you replaced Zoro with Yamato and he is post Wano and he has to hold Kaido back, does he do a better job than Yamato did?
That's the thing is, again, me personally, I always kind of believe that, again, it's still his daughter.
it is.
I still think that factor.
All right. With that in mind, right? If you guys are going to use that fact that it's his daughter, so he was holding back, how many attacks did she land on Kaido?
I don't remember. That was off panel. But she
No,
landed
we
at least a
saw
couple.
some of the fight. We saw a good margin of it, right? Because she either landed none or like one, but wasn't really sufficient.
No, she
landed
landed
a couple.
She landed a couple, but Luffy landed a lot more than she did.
Yeah, but also how damaging did it do to Kaido? If you want to go by that way,
He bled, no?
Because Zoro, right? Zoro was able to, while Kaido was in the midst of an attack, attacking first. I'm not saying he speeds this Kaido because that's crazy, but he was able to get his attack in on Kaido and have wound him, like scar him, right? Where he acknowledged Zoro's strength, right? Yes, he wanted Yamato's his daughter. What I'm trying to say is like a fight against Kaido. You want to go match the damage put on? Where is Yamato's damage on Kaido? We don't really see much at all. And you go by what you're saying, Kaido was holding back on her. So now your father's holding back on you, and you just letting you hit him, and you're doing like no damage at all. Or Zoro, he's trying to actively kill. You tried to kill Luffy. Zoro stepped in, and Zoro landed a scarring for life attack on Kaido. So,
But the thing is, it's different because like Kaido said, he even said to Big Mom, "I want to see what these guys could do." He had not viewed that at all to Yamato. He's like, "You're just defying me again." Like that's too like the Straws weren't defying Kaido really that much. Like they were defying him because he wants to break their wills, but he was mostly taking them like, I want to fight these guys.
I think it all comes down to interpretation of what we believe Kaido was using strength-wise because it's his daughter.
Yeah, because he even went to like a different mode, right? Because I remember y'all argued with me on this because I was saying that he was holding back, it's his daughter, and he went to like
I don't agree with you.
A different like mode to beat down on her.
Yeah,
and she was fine.
You
know what I mean? Like she was fine physically.
So the other thing too is like Yamato also thought that, like what you think, because I'm his son or daughter. Like like he's not gonna go all out. And then when she saw the handcuffs explode, she was like, "Wait, he was really trying to kill me."
Mm-hmm.
Like so, I feel like anytime anybody ever brings up that argument about him not going all out against her, like he was willing to kill her.
True, but I only if she left. Because again, what if I'm gonna try to kill you, but no, I want you to be Shogun.
But
those are contradictions.
But hold on, but you even said that she always defies him. So there was a likely chance that she was just gonna leave the island.
Exactly. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
But the fact she still has never done it though. Like for the fact that she didn't realize those things would explode. That means she never fully left the island. Yeah. And that kind of plays into Kaido might think that eventually I might win her over. Because even when he was talking to her, he's just like, "You need to stop with this foolishness, Yamato."
No. That also goes vice versa. She never even tried. That means in the back of her thought, Kaido might actually be trying to kill me. Because if like, he's not gonna do it.
Well, she was also gonna leave if Ace came back.
Yeah. And also
so if she left with those handcuffs, they would have exploded. It probably would have killed her.
I don't think she would.
And I also reached that state he went to was an emotional rage when he started like just wailing on her.
So that was the only time he wasn't drinking and went into an emotional rage.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, it's up for interpretation.
So wait, what are your ratings? I said 92.
Well, I don't think. All right, so I think it's a crime to say that she would beat Zoro. I think that Zoro
crime?
Yeah, I think that Zoro would be able to hold his own against Kaido the same way Yamato did to a degree. I just think that Zoro's number one thing is like he's not going to be able to output that much haki all the time without Enma trying to kill him to a degree. And she did it like if it was like a feather in her hand. So I would say she's better at using that high tier level of haki. I don't specifically think that she beats Zoro though. with that being said.
Yo,
So-
you the whole hockey end-all be-all guy. You just said she's better and more proficient at using hockey, but she not being Zoro. Though.
But
Zoro
I think Zoro probably has a higher attack power.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And she has better durability.
That's also fair.
And also before that, Sebastian, you said the whole fighting Emerald. Zoro's clashing with Fuji.
He got tossed.
Hold on. So let's move on because we need to finish.
What are we rating her?
All right. So I said 90.
I'm fine with that too.
I
Lionel?
said 92.
I said 90.
90?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go 90.
Behind or in front of Zoro? How y'all feeling? Because he's also 90. I'm gonna put her behind out of respect for my boy, bro.
No. Put her in front because she's the second woman out of all these male characters.
Damn, remember when it was a problem that like Boa was gonna be the only woman in it?
All right.
This guy, bro.
So
anyway, we have some super chats.
Hold on, we'll get to them though. We'll get to them. I want to try to finish this. We're at 25 so far, so we need 5 more. So who are we going?
They disappear after a while.
Oh shit.
I think some already disappeared. I don't know if you can scroll up.
So
I can't.
Villain D Juice, thank you for becoming a Yonko. United States Blurred, thank you for becoming a Nakama for memberships. Thank you guys. Keep going. We got Stefan, happy to see my online homies. Happy to see you here, bro. Thank you so much. Then we have Sogi King, yo, Larry spitting lately is weirding me out. BB is a bum. Hashtag Seb, quit the woman hate. Thank you so much. Par, what's up? Glad to see you in the chat. Sorry guys, I know you love to hear Sebastian's voice, but we got to get through this. And then there's no more super chats. All right.
I think I missed one though.
We'll get to it. So guys, who's the next person you think should be in the top 30?
We have Law, Kid, Sabo. I think Sabo will be an interesting rate. Sanji, Ben Beckman, Shiki.
We can't really rate Ben Beckham. Like, there's nothing on him.
I actually want to do Doflamingo.
Doffy, I think
Is
he's going to be
Doffy
after
top?
these guys.
Is Doffy top 30?
Do we have to limit it to 30? I feel like we can do 50. But
Bro, can you stop?
Well,
So
to me, next,
out of all
Law.
the characters we just listed,
who do you think is strong?
who's strongest next?
Law. I think we should go Law.
You think we should go Law?
I think
Law,
it's Sabo.
Law. You think or Law or Sabo? But I think definitely Law should be up there.
Should we
Especially now he's fighting Blackbeard, and
stop?
we believe he's stronger than Doffy.
I don't believe he's stronger than Doffy.
Who did you say? Law?
Yeah.
You think Law is weaker than Doflamingo right now?
I'm
What
not
we
saying
just
that.
said?
It's really close.
Listen,
Like,
I
it's a lot
am
closer.
the biggest Doflamingo fan in the game. Law is stronger than that man right now.
Yeah.
These are the
These are the not yet ranked
That
people.
dude,
the highest like tiers that you found.
Yeah, I mean, there's like old Whitebeard, old Rayleigh. Like, I'm not trying. I didn't think we were doing
we
that.
don't do
So
that.
yeah.
All
There's
right.
Shiryu, Weevil, Law, Shiki, Kid. LOL.
Let's do
again,
Law. Let's do Law. I feel like a lot of people want to hear Law. Blackbeard's struggling once again. Why I think Blackbeard's a 91 and not a 93, in my personal opinion. Law hasn't really fought anybody one-on-one to solidify that he would do really good against a higher tier character. I feel like, you know, he had to fight Doffy 2v1. He had to fight Big Mom, you know, 2v1. And there hasn't been really any great examples of Law being amazing straight up in a fight. It's always been like he's had to use somebody else in order to either land an attack or somebody else had to follow up after him to, you know, cause damage. But when we saw him with Blackbeard, you know, he got his, bro. Like, Blackbeard, you know, kind of, he had to stop clashing and start using Vortex to a degree. His hockey is better. What we have? We have Zoro and Boa and Yamato at a 90?
Yeah.
I think Zoro does way better in the fights that Law was in if we replaced him.
Mhm.
That's my
Really?
big thing. Yeah, I think so. So I think that I would say, does he beat Katakuri? Like, does he beat Katakuri?
To me, yes.
Does he beat King too?
King's more. That's a matchup thing.
Yeah.
So you
I think he does.
Hold
That's
on.
a matchup
So you guys think he beats First Commanders?
Yes.
Yes.
I can see that.
I think he's in that space, just like Zoro, where it's like YC 1+. Like, I'm not a Yonko.
So we have
I'm not Namru.
So we have Katakuri and King at an 89, and then we have Zoro at a 90. So you think he's up there with Zoro?
Yeah.
I'm giving Law a 92 personally.
I was thinking the same thing.
I might go 91 just because I'm not sure he could straight up beat an Admiral yet. You know what I mean? Like just 1v1, fight Green Bull right now, Law winning, maybe. You know? I'm going to give him 91. I'm going to give him 91. I'm going to hear y'all arguments.
I'm going to give him a 90.
Yeah?
Yeah, 90.
Yeah.
And I'm the Law hater. That's crazy.
I'm going to be real. 88.
Yes! Yo, that's a wild
No, I do
take,
understand that. I do understand that because they said Laws are heavily ability reliant. We don't know how strong his hockey is.
Yes.
And like you said, in the pocket, like Law's a beast, but in the pocket, he doesn't always have a good showing. Like he doesn't. Like he was a little bit stronger than a Smoker. A little bit.
I don't think he
That was how long ago?
But I'm going by in general. Like going by in general.
He was not struggling against Smoker.
Yeah, he was not struggling against Smoker.
A little bit.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He got yoked up in Slam.
I just don't. I just can't see.
Virgo was walking through struggling.
I can't
He struggled
see
more.
him beating any first commander right now.
That's so wild to me.
So
For real?
listen, these first commanders are 89. Marco's what, an 88 or an 87?
87.
I think he's an 88.
I give
You don't think he's being the first commander?
No, I don't.
Because again, if his hockey is not that strong, how many times can he just whip out Awakening and just do that? Because if they can take that, especially King, and Law's done after his Awakening, King like,
here's the thing. He could low diff any first commander with his ability, low key.
Wait, hold on.
You know what I mean?
So
he could just.
I know this is gonna sound crazy coming from me. I don't know if he beats Marco with his abilities.
Marco is low key a bad matchup just because he can regenerate from anything.
No. Yeah,
he could just regenerate. Whatever Law throws at him, he could just straight up regenerate. There's nothing.
First of all,
right?
And I'm not talking about like they're trying to hurt her, but they just stopping her, and this includes the Katakuri. The whole Suns realize they can't stop Big Mom.
Right.
Law did it with one other person.
Yes. Like together, the entirety of
the Suns.
Of Hulk Island said, "Yo, if Big Mom's rampage,
none of us
we
can
can't
stop
do
her."
anything."
Hold on, but that's more out of like. See, this is where like they get it confused because you'll use the Kaido argument with Yamato, but you won't use it with the Big Mom and her family argument.
No. I literally just said before I said this.
Sebastian got caught. That was
No.
That was checkmate.
No, I have something for that. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like I said, not trying to hurt her. I already threw that out. I said just trying to stop her.
No, I get that, but we're talking familial affairs, right? You're just mentioning because they're family, certain things are going to happen, right? That should be playing a factor as well with Big Mom and her kids. Big Mom might be willing to kill them, but they might not be willing to kill her.
Yeah. Like they even show.
But he's not asking them to.
Yeah.
That's not even the job. It's straight up. Stop her from rampaging.
They might not.
They can't even do that.
Yeah, but they could. They could.
I believe they could too.
They didn't. That's our point.
Yeah.
They didn't think they could do that.
But that's because they thought they couldn't do it.
Exactly. No, it's not.
But it's a difference between saying I can and then thinking I can't.
Yo, you the willpower guy.
I am.
They don't even have the will to attempt it.
But
they went nah. It's
that's their
Yes.
mom.
Hold on.
Bro.
For example, right? The fact is, they were afraid Big Mom was gonna get taken out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she holds a certain power within the world. She keeps the family safe. They're not gonna just let her get taken out, because if they were to do something like that, it's a no-win-win for them.
Beyond all of that, what Laws has in his bag is capable of defeating a Katakuri, a Marco, and a King.
Yes.
Like, it just is.
Yeah.
Like, room, shambles, like all these techniques he's using, a lot of which, like, the dudes he was fighting either had knowledge of what he could do or just straight up stronger than him. They don't have that. You get what I mean? They don't have the knowledge, and they're not just straight up stronger than him.
Hold on. So the only person I think he'd probably be able to beat is King, because he's able to get past his defense. But overall, I can't see him stabbing and hurting Marco to a degree. I can't see him using Future Sight and being fast enough to not get speed blitzed by Katakuri. And also Katakuri's awakening. And it's like, you love mentioning Conquerors just a second ago. Katakuri also has Conquerors. Like, those are two people that kind of like offer Law the most difficulty. King doesn't really, because King is all physical. But at the same time, it's like, King lasts longer, stamina-wise, most likely too, than him. Listen, I get what you're saying. I just don't feel like he deserves that type of respect yet.
I think you do. I've literally seen
I'll
Big
give both
Mom
of
tee
you guys.
off on this dude, and he was good. They're not throwing anything at him that's going to put him out.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
That's true, but also
What's
the
Cam
angle,
gonna throw at him,
the
bro?
angle though that Big Mom was also at. She was like this.
Lano,
Are you going to generate enough power?
It was
from
more
this?
than that. He was getting hit consistently throughout that fight.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like she just hit him then. She
Again.
got hit several times.
Did Big Mom use Rio? Did Big Mom use Conqueror's coding?
Probably.
Did we see Big Mom's fist leaking Conquerors?
There
was nothing,
No,
bro.
but also,
it was just regular
but you're also
armament.
forgetting even the fight with Kaido. Law got hit with a Conqueror's coding attack from Kaido and was fine.
Yo,
He was still conscious, even after taking it.
Hold on.
It
You're
wasn't a clean
saying
hit.
was Big Mom using these things?
I've always said that was BS.
Hold on, but you're saying
But he blocked
you're saying
it.
was Big Mom using these things? Even if she's not, though the attacks that she was utilizing are still stronger than the
Okay.
attacks King, Katakuri, or Marco are capable of producing.
Hold on.
They just are.
We need to get through 4 more characters. Where do we put in Law? I'm saying right now, it's an 88, dog.
Your 88 is skewing the curve here. Like,
It's up to you.
Because you said what, 90? Me and Laura saying 92, 91.
Yeah.
But I agree with all you guys, honestly. Like,
How? We're so opposed
Yeah.
to what he said.
no, because I do believe Law could beat these people, but I do acknowledge that Law has limitations. Like, I do believe that Law is more durable. He could last longer in these fights. But I do say, again, he still has a stamina issue. We don't get it. Law had to fight. I don't know, again, maybe because of the Ariako, but Law still had to hold off using Awakening against them. He just took a big risk doing Blackbeard. We don't know how much that's going to affect him during this fight with Blackbeard.
But he felt the need to use his Awakening instantly versus Blackbeard because he was at a disadvantage. Blackbeard's whole crew was here or whatever, potentially. Like, he's just not in a position. We're talking about straight up strength for strength. Law there's so much that he can do. And even the durability things, durability and stamina thing, I knock Law all the time. Yo, if I can fight two Yonko for several minutes at a what are these dudes doing stamina-wise to me, bro?
But when you speak that way, you have to mention he's not fighting by himself.
I know he's not. He's still getting hit. He's still using his Del Fruit. He's still fighting for an extended period of time. And again, in the Kid situation, Kid was a liability for a large portion of the fight, and Law was still capable of making sure he was good.
And
protecting Kid.
But he also said, yo, Law, distract Big Mom. Well, I walk up this thing, do my thing, then jump behind
I wholeheartedly agree that with Larry's take, and I think Moore just said too about Law not having a great showing as a 1v1 fighter. But y'all are trying to tell me these people are producing enough AP or fighting for him long enough that he's not going to be able to get up on them with his Hawk's ass ability and the durability and stamina that he's shown that he's had. He got hit several times by Yonko, and they did not put him down. These guys aren't doing that right now.
I know how durable Law is. His durability outweighs his stamina by a lot. Like, Law can take damage.
And I'm saying, and maybe I don't know if Warren's saying the same. I'm saying that what Law is capable of within whatever time limit he has in his fights with them, he's gonna get it off where he wins that fight. He's strong enough for me to give him that.
And also too, note that he's growing with his stamina ability. He went from fighting Fuji and Doflamingo and then gassing out then. But then we see him when he goes to Wano. Yes, there's people there, but they're all using his ability. Law, send me here. Law, send me here. Send them down. This is all regardless if he's using it, he's still using his ability. From fighting Kaido on Wano, then fighting Kaido, then Big Mom. It wasn't until after Big Mom was defeated and using more, his Awakening would use up more stamina. He's able to do all of that without gassing out.
Listen, he's impressive. But he's never been impressive just by himself.
That's fair. But
that's it.
Well,
that's
to me,
really
in those moments, he's been more impressive than that.
Because he's been impressive against
bros.
No, he's been impressive against Virgo, and he's been impressive against Doflamingo.
No, he wasn't. Doflamingo wouldn't even let him do room.
Yo, that was months ago.
No. Doflamingo on the bridge. You talking about then?
Law even said it. I can't use that much stamina against Doffy.
No, that was because
he was finding himself to use too much.
No, that's because he already gassed out because he fought an Abro and Doflamingo at the same time. He used up all his time trying to stay alive then.
But the thing is, bro,
and then Traybo and Doflamingo.
He was always fighting at a disadvantage.
But then what happened when he had to have Luffy fight with him in order to fight Doflamingo, and then Treble stepped in? The point is, bro, we're going too much into this. At the end of the day, I'm sticking at my 88. I do not think he could beat any of the first commanders.
88 is wild.
I'm just saying,
put your numbers down. Let's get past this.
91. 91.
Christ, bro.
What you got?
Yeah, 91.
91.
90 or 89.
And you said 88. That's 88 is
He
wild.
never fought Doflamingo while he was at full strength. Just saying.
The chat is saying 91.
Again,
90.
chat doesn't know anything,
Listen,
bro.
man, you can't stop disrespecting our base, bro.
Yo, they don't know shit. I know they don't know. I listen to them every day.
Listen, man. All right, Marv. I guess that puts him at a 90 then, right? You're skewing it down to like 89, I guess.
Yeah. If
We're going 91, 91, 90.
If you guys think
I said
that
90 or 89.
listen, if you guys think that he could bang out with Yamato and survive, cool, bro. You think
Yeah.
all right.
I do.
That's just your opinion.
But I do
do.
acknowledge what Layers with the Marco thing. Like, Marco could take those hits. And
That's a
generate-
matchup,
Well, no.
though. Is who's strong?
No. Whoa.
Mihawk can
If he
take
got
out
his
his
room.
Stop.
Yeah,
Hold
he
on,
can take out more people than Marco can.
Next, we got 25 minutes. Next character.
In
Who
his
y'all
room
wanna
lineup,
do?
that makes no
Sabo,
sense.
Sabo.
Makes no sense.
Sabo?
now.
Sabo.
I'm going 92.
That was hard.
Look at he was able to beat Fuji.
He
he
didn't beat
didn't.
Fuji, but
Or
he was
draw
able to
with
bang
Fuji.
with Fuji and not
Or draw
lose.
with
He was
Fuji.
able to bang.
I do know that now
with
we're going all out,
and
but
not lose.
Sabo, look, he was actually taking damage while Fujitora was just good.
I would just say I would say Sabo's a 90. He's a 90 for me.
Okay.
I'm fine with that too.
So it makes him a 91. You said 92? I said 92. You said 92?
Because
Yeah.
I don't know that much about, like, he just got, I know he's strong, but he just got his ace fruit. So, like,
Sabo out here, bro.
So Sabo's where?
so I know obviously he got stronger since then, so I just want to see more.
So you guys think that he's stronger than Zoro, Boa, Yamato, and Law?
Luffy
think-
big bro. As a little brother,
So
I have to
again,
acknowledge-
I'm not thinking,
I'm
I
saying
can't say he's stronger than Zolo yet.
I'm saying 90. So
90.
Lionel 90.
Yeah.
Seb.
I said 90. I said 91 or 92? 92.
Law.
I'm just gonna go 90.
All right. It's 90.
So wait,
No,
wait,
a lot of 90s.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's a
90s
90, yeah,
and 92.
wait, where did we leave with our law? Where was he?
We put Law at
90.
91. You said it had to be at 91.
Wait, what was Zoro? 90?
Yeah,
Oh, so Law's above Zoro. Oh, my bad.
something like that.
So he's above Yama. Yeah, okay. My fault.
Yeah,
I placed it wrong.
I think that you're saying that he could beat them. Y'all saying Law could beat Yamato.
I believe so, yeah. Law could beat a lot of people.
Right.
Law, listen, don't sleep on Law, man.
Is it
someone
democracy?
like, yo,
I'm going to
saying-
disagree, but
also, I'm telling you right now, we have Luffy at a 94, and he beat Kaido, who's a 98.
Yeah,
so
bro, the dudes is beating people
Alright.
higher than them all the time, bro.
when those people fight one-on-one, but go ahead.
All right, Sabo. You said 90. I said 92. You said 92?
No, he said 90.
You said 90?
you
Yeah,
want
he
to put him?
he said
yeah,
90.
I'm gonna put him below Zoro just because of Flame Red.
It's up to you. Next person.
Sanji, Doffy, Uta, Kid.
Uta should not be there, man.
Bullet's here, bro. She probably not top.
No,
30.
he's talking because
She's just not strong enough?
Yeah, she's not.
She's not strong.
Hold on, Seb. What's the next one? The next character?
I just listed off a bunch. Sabo, Doflamingo, Sanji, Cracker, Kid, Weevil, not enough information, Queen, Shiryu, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of people
I think
here.
we should do Doffy.
Bogart. Who? Doflamingo?
Yeah.
I'm down.
I don't think he makes the list.
Yeah.
Personally.
Where are we at? 1, 2.
Because you have, like, is Cracker going to be there? Because I have.
Yeah, I think Sabo beats Cracker. I mean, Sanji beats Cracker and Doffy. I think we should probably go with Kid. I think that's the most relevant one since him and Law are like neck to neck.
About to be another argument.
Do you
dog.
think. Wait, Kid could beat Doflamingo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sanji beats Doflamingo. He got stopped by him. It was about to get
But
dead.
Sanji's not as strong as he was back then, though. He had major upgrades.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's.
We're doing Kid, bro. Stop. So, Kid.
Oh, man. That's my boy, but I can't put him above a lot of these people here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 89. Even though in my heart, I feel like he's stronger.
85.
But nah, he's a little stronger than that.
You know, I'm going to go 90. I'm going to 90. Low 90. The lowest 90 you can be. Yeah, 90.
I'm giving him either like a 88 or 87.
85, 87, 90. Lawrence, we got a lot on the line here.
I don't see him beating 1v1 because you're talking about Law not looking good in 1-1s. Kid's looking better though.
His durability is just
No, I do say that, but
top tier.
But then again, I haven't seen him get hit by a very powerful hockey attack.
I haven't seen him get hit once by a Conqueror's Coding attack by Kaido. Everyone there got hit, except for maybe Killer. I don't think Killer got hit 1-1 either.
I haven't seen him get hit by hockey hardening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's durable, but there's kind of things I didn't see him get hit with.
Yep. Exactly. And this dude was showing no hockey. Mm-hmm. Why is he on the list?
No, I have Doflamingo higher than him, bro.
Yeah, wildin', bro.
I have Sanji and Doflamingo higher than Kid.
I gotta put groupings here just because y'all rate him so low.
So, yeah, we heard. It's up to you. All right. Listen, I'm telling you right now, it's not changing for me. It's 85.
Yeah, some haters.
But then, do you think Doflamingo's lower than that?
Do I think Doflamingo's lower than that? I think Doflamingo's comparable to Kid. Yeah. It's just realistically speaking, it's like, yeah, you're right. Doflamingo should be above.
Yeah.
Yo, Doffy got stronger than Kid, yo.
Yes, he is.
Dude. Like, he's one of the top Shichibukai.
Okay, Bastion, let me put this. Is Kid, with his metal stuff, producing the same amount of level of power that Gear 4 Luffy was hitting Doflamingo was?
I'm just asking I'm gonna ask you this straight up. Is any attack Doflamingo whips out forcing Big Mom to do anything? Any attack. If he tried to use physical force to move her in any direction, is she moving? The answer is no. The answer is hell no.
His awakening,
No.
You're crazy.
Yo, he can throw God threat at her, bro. The only thing is maybe Birdcage, maybe. He could squeeze it on her. You know what I'm saying? If he threw God threat at her, she would be able to block it. Straight up. Kid pushed her. Like, she physically couldn't stop the attack from moving her. Yes, it was a jumping, but he straight up went railgun, shot her, made contact, and she was like, yo, chill, trying to grab up because she could not physically move out of the way. She could not block or force the attack back. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to give Kid all this hype, but there's zero attacks.
Yeah, but there
are zero attacks that Doffy can do to produce that. Zero. And I am the biggest Doffy fan here, bro.
This is where you always get out of control. Because right before that happened, what did Law do?
Bro, you can let Law do that. Yo, you let Law do that. Doflamingo whip out whatever your strongest attack. He's still not doing that. He's not replicating that level of force. It's not happening.
Well, the thing is, too, like, Luffy's fist that he did, wasn't that like Gear 3 and Gear 4 combined?
It was.
And he did it was like a way bigger fist?
He did King Kong gun.
It was like King Kong gun, though.
No, you're thinking of Bullet. Yeah. It was King... I don't know, was it King Kong gun?
No,
yeah.
it was
King Kong gun, because Kong gun is the regular punch, and he did King Kong gun.
Yeah. So, that punch itself, Doffy was pushing it back. He put God Thread into the hand.
In the anime, in the manga, it went and got destroyed instantaneously.
Mr. Sebastian, you're forgetting. Does he need that input to beat Kid? No.
Hold on. But we're not arguing who wins in a one-on-one. I'm arguing who's stronger. I could even fully believe that Doffy would beat Kid in a one-on-one fight. You know what I'm saying? I could fully believe it. Does not mean that Doffy is straight up stronger than Kid. If Kid uses his awakening on Doflamingo, Doflamingo can do things to try to figure it out. He's not breaking out of it. He's not doing anything to stop it.
That's if Kid could get Doflamingo. That's if he could get Doflamingo.
Kid's lack of whatever use of hockey.
Hold on, one at a time.
Kid's lack of whatever use of hockey, that's what kept Luffy in the fight from not getting controlled by string or breaking out of his string. If Kid's not using hockey at all, how's he stopping Doflamingo's string? Because that was the sole factor why Luffy was able to beat Doflamingo with his strings, was his hockey.
And Doflamingo has awakened. He could keep Kid away from him, like he did to Luffy. Yeah. For 30 minutes.
Not even that, too. I think if he turns all the metal around the area into just string, what's Kid gonna use?
Yo, again,
or just grab the string.
The matchup ain't great. He can still be stronger. I think Sabo's stronger than Zoro. But Zoro would beat Sabo because he can cut flame. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can be stronger than somebody and lose a fight versus them, bro.
Yo, but Doffy doesn't just have a better devil fruit.
Yeah.
It's like he also has better hockey.
And he's a better fighter than Kid, too.
He's
And he's
durable.
smarter than
I know Doffy's durable as hell. He's not more durable. And I don't know that Doffy's putting out the kind of
How you
attack
gonna
rate
say that?
put
He
Kid
took
out.
Gamma Knife, bro.
Took
He
him.
had to-
Yeah,
and
and he was getting and he was getting hit by Luffy.
Gear
But,
Why
you
y'all
know,
got me arguing against my mans, bro?
Because you know the
why
answer.
y'all doing this,
You
bro?
going by portrayal.
You want us to argue for Doffy,
Yeah.
so you can put him on the list. You're
Exactly.
trying to use reverse
Yeah,
psychology. We ain't stupid.
He's so smart. Oh man, listen. Well, I mean, what y'all want to do? So
do-
Kid's not making the list, but Doffy is. That's what you said?
I think we gotta put
Where
Doffy.
are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
think-
6, 7.
I think Doffy should definitely be like a. I think he should be like a. I know it's gonna sound crazy,
We have 3
but
slots left.
it's not gonna be crazy. I think he should be where Marco is.
87.
He should be 87.
I'm okay with that.
Because I know a lot of people are going to disagree because a lot of people think because of the comment that Luffy made about Cracker having stronger hockey, yada, yada, yada. And how can, Cracker be not on the list, but Katakuri is and Doflamingo is. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go off with that. But I just simply think, Kid really just isn't as great as people want him to be. It's the satisfaction of people wanting characters to be a certain aspect within the story, but they never realize where are they actually at. Leave the portrayal to the side, say what they are right now. And I think that's what we all think, right? Kid just isn't great.
I think his feats are underrated, but I'm not gonna argue that hard.
Yeah, I mean, so I have him
I
at
still
an
think he should be on the
87.
list. I still think Kid should make the list, bro. That's why he's not even making the list. That's why Kid's stronger than everybody
hold
else
on,
here.
We got some more to go.
Yeah, I'm saying he could
We have
make it,
2
but
more.
We have 2 more. So who do you guys think? You guys think that we should start listing off Kuma, Sanji, Joe's, Cracker,
Shiryu, Weevil,
Weevil,
Jinbei.
Wait, we're going with people that we actually know, because the
Should we drop Bullet off the list, bro?
No.
We're not doing any other non-canon characters apparently.
Well, they're not up there.
Yeah, Utah's not up there.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's up to you guys. Who do you think we should? You think we should go with Sanji next? Is Sanji the next strongest person that you could think of?
Y'all know how I feel. Yes.
I mean,
I also think Kid should be higher, but whatever.
I'm trying to wait, who we have, knowledge-wise? So we have Sanji, we have Kuma.
People who we've seen fight for real, it's Sanji, Kuma, Joe's, Cracker, Queen, Shiryu is really the people we've seen. I think we should still rank Dragon. I know we don't have much on him, but you can anticipate he's stronger than Kai, right?
Bro, I can't.
You gotta give him that, right?
Because then we can just do that with Shaki.
Yeah.
I mean, Shiki, and I'm gonna
And
say
that would end the list.
No, but I'm gonna
How many
say
do we have left?
Shiki's really up there.
How many
We
do you
have like 2 or 3. I think it's 2.
If it's 2, then maybe you just do Kid and Sanji.
Okay.
Alright, I mean,
Well, do y'all think Kid beats Cracker, or is Kid stronger than Cracker? Is he stronger than Joe's?
I mean,
I think that Kid is
Stronger
stronger
than
than
Kuma?
Cracker. I think Kid is stronger.
Is
than
he
Cracker.
stronger than Kuma?
he's kind of a bad match for Kuma, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean with the metal stuff now. Urogi?
I think. Nah, we can't do it.
Wait, real quick though. Who y'all got?
Shiryu?
No, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I can say Killer or Sanji.
Bogart?
Nah, we can't. do it.
Lucci?
I think. Hell no.
I think Lucci's higher than that, but we know nothing about Bogart either.
Hold on. I think we should. I think relatively we should just do Kid and
Sanji.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So let's do Kid real quick just to get him out the way since we were already on him.
Alright, I said 90. Y'all said nah.
Yeah,
Which is
I'm going 85 still.
uh-huh.
What do you? 85,
I would say 87.
87. Law.
87 is a fair assessment. I was thinking 80, maybe 86.
Okay. If you do 86, that's perfect. But what are you gonna do?
I guess I'll do 86 because that's what I was thinking.
Seb.
I'm gonna go 89. So that
It's
Leaves us
87.
okay.
So he's up there with Marco.
Yeah. Which is the perfect duo for Larry. Right here. They
87.
together.
Wait, who you have?
The Bum Squad.
Who you have higher?
No, we can't
I
do
have
that right
Kid
now.
higher.
We have 10 minutes left. Sorry, guys. Sanji.
89. I'll go 88. Just to give Zoro that buffer. 2 points. I'll give him 88.
Honestly, I was thinking to say around 89 or 88.
87.
That's all fair.
So you got Kid 87 and you said for Sanji 89, 89.
Like Sanji beating Kid, yo, like how you feel?
Do you think
Like,
Kid can keep up with his
bro.
speed?
Yo, speed kicks to the face all day.
We saw what he
Kid.
did with Queen, bro. I'm just saying.
Y'all mean, bro.
I think it's 87. So
For Sanji?
yes, 80. You said 80.
I'm fine with that.
87.
I'm
Long.
going 80.
You can go 88.
8.
I'm fine with that too, because I said 88.
I mean,
I said 89 to start.
88 is first commander level. No. 89 was Cat and everybody.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. 88 is fine. 88 is fine. All right.
Is that 30?
Let me count real quick. 1, 2,
I
3,
feel a
4,
little
5,
weird about
6,
Doffy,
7,
though,
8,
being
9, 10,
Sanji
11,
being
12,
higher than
13,
that.
14, 15.
Listen, you know me. I be feeling Doffy. I got Doffy rated high. You feel me? I got Doffy
You know
at
what I'm saying? Like, but Sanji's
88.
speed,
I think I'm
though.
missing people. Hold on.
Oh, what you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wait, where we have Doffy again?
We need one more.
Kuma, Cracker, Shiryu, Weevil, Killer, Queen, Urogi, Ben Beckman. I think we should just... Dragon is clearly stronger than a lot of people, bro, on this list, bro. Like, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, like, what are we talking about?
I feel like
No, because then we're gonna be like, yo, where the does he place? And we don't
At
know,
the minimum,
bro.
we got to put him higher than Sabo. So we can just put him one level above,
It's either,
whatever.
to me, out of this list, it's either Dragon or Weevil.
We don't know enough about either of them.
Because
though.
Yeah,
you
we
can
don't
do Queen,
know
too. You can do
anything.
Queen.
Because they
We don't know
said because they said Weevil, the whole Whitebeard's youth. You know?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm down to do Dragon, because we already... It's, you know what, kind of confirmed that he's a Kingdom's Position user.
Yeah, it is confirmed.
Where was it confirmed?
We're for war.
Yeah.
Ivankov said it.
Ivankov and one of the vice admirals said, well, of course, like, you know...
Luffy has it because of his father.
Like, what is that? How
And then that same way that now Luffy has the Conqueror's able to draw people to him, Ivankov said that he got that from his father. Like, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree because dragons like that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Uh,
I don't want to rate him.
You're outrated. You're outvoted,
it's
bro.
just nothing
You
there.
is outvoted.
There's literally nothing there.
You're outvoted.
Like, bro, I don't like if we like
Lionel Morris, where are we putting Dragon,
hold
bro?
on. Now, hear me out. The fact is, we went over every single character by literally feats or just deductive reasoning, right? The only thing you're saying is that because Sabo is at this height, Dragon has to be above him. But we're literally always going to be 100% incorrect because he can be anywhere above Sabo. We don't know exactly, so when we just insert him into this list where we're trying to use logic and reasoning and democracy, it's always going to be wrong. We just can't place him somewhere because then that's what we would do with any of the admirals. But we know where all the admirals are now.
I feel like we can place Dragon.
It messes up the list, dog.
No, it doesn't.
All right, bro. Place him.
Do we have anybody that
I do.
No, go ahead.
I got a number.
Go ahead.
You have another person?
No, Dragon.
Say your numbers. Go ahead.
Honestly, 96.
96, go.
I would say 97.
Go.
95.
0. You can't place him anywhere now. So let's choose somebody else.
Why you gotta be why you gotta be that person?
I'm not.
Why you gotta be that person, bro?
No, I'm making a...
Then choose a person.
We're making a dope list.
Choose a person.
Y'all want to choose Killer?
He's not
Killer.
top. He's not top.
Nah, you're right.
I think we should choose Jinbei.
I'm
Okay.
down to do Jinbei.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Let's
way
do it.
better than freaking Dragon shady ass.
Just know this list is gonna be incomplete because it doesn't have. There's people stronger than the people that we have on the list that aren't. On the
Well,
list.
we could just redo
We
it.
don't know that, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean,
keep telling you this.
but you can use deductive reasoning to tell me that Dragon's
Okay, so
stronger
tell
than
me.
Jinbei.
So he's a 96.
He's losing to
Hold on,
Jinbei in a
hold on.
fight, bro.
He's 96. Tell me where he's a 96.
I didn't say you had to put him at a 96.
Okay, so
we
where
can
would
just
you
put
put
him
him?
at a 90-something. That's it.
But that doesn't make sense because
Yes, it does.
He's even saying, yo, it
Yo,
doesn't make
Larry,
sense.
do you think Katakuri would beat Dragon in a fight?
I can literally.
Do you think he would beat Dragon?
Yes, I
Then
think
you're-
that.
you're
I think
crazy.
so. I think so.
You're crazy.
I think so. Why am I crazy?
Oh my God, bro.
Yo, one.
You're lying.
Hold on. One has.
You don't actually believe that.
One has an awakening.
Oh my God, bro.
One has what? Conqueror's coding for. I mean, not Conqueror's coding. Just Conqueror's hockey for sure.
I can't, bro.
That's there.
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
I
can list. He has future sight. Damn. What does Dragon have?
Crazy, bro.
What does Dragon
Crazy,
have?
yo.
Tell me right
Crazy.
now.
Crazy. Clout.
What does he have?
Clout. Enough clout.
Oh, clout. Damn, that's
clout.
crazy, bro.
Enough clout.
That's crazy.
Enough respect.
Crazy. Enough respect from who?
The world, Craig.
Nobody respects him,
oh
bro.
Oh my God, yo.
I could seriously be like, yo, he wasn't strong because he ran from Blackbeard because he found out his hideout. Damn, yo, I couldn't take him out so I could keep my hideout and my resources. I had to relocate.
That's a different take.
You done?
Okay, but this is what I'm talking about. We have to get into these type of debates. Because people just want to suspect that he's at a certain level. This messes up the whole entire list.
No, it doesn't.
All right, bro. He's a 0. Call me whatever you want. He's a 0.
He's good.
That's it.
Yeah, he's soft.
Yeah, let's get
soft.
Cool, bro.
Yeah.
Cool.
Soft.
I'll be soft.
We could easily just, later on when we get more development with characters in the show, we could just reevaluate the list.
1,000%.
We
And I'd be hyped about
reevaluate
that.
because Larry weak. That's what we do.
Oh, I'm weak, but you're using
weak, bro.
weak-ass arguments.
You weak for that.
Oh, I'm weak.
You
Okay.
can't just speculate. You're too scared to speculate, bro.
My bad. Yo, bro, it's not speculation. It's hope.
It's not hope.
You hoping that he's at
my God,
96,
bro.
that he's up there with Mihawk,
I didn't say
that he's up
96.
there with Kaido,
I didn't
that
say
he's gonna
96.
be up there with Fuji or
I just said
Blackbeard
put
or
him above
Luffy.
Sabo.
I seen what.
I said put him above
All right,
Sabo.
Luffy's a
That's
90
a
hold on.
standard take.
No, bro, that wouldn't make sense. Bro.
What would make no sense about it? Sabo beat his captain. He beat his
Damn,
boss.
That's
in a
crazy.
fight.
That's crazy. Yamato literally held Kaido back, but just because Dragon is Dragon and you just ride his dick, we gotta
It's not
immediately
dick
say, yo,
riding.
he's going.
It's not dick riding, it's logic.
Hold on.
It's
He has
standard shonen
He has
logic.
to automatically be
I can't,
at a
bro.
certain level.
I can't. It's standard shonen logic, bro.
Okay.
That's
Whatever,
it.
bro. Whatever. You know what? Put Ryuma at 100, bro. Sword God.
We could actually rank you, bro.
Yeah, no. Rank him 100. Damn, yo, the list got so much better because of that.
Listen, man.
Because people got poor ass arguments about a certain character that has literally shown nothing.
Oh my.
Shown nothing.
Terrible.
The only thing we know, he can grab Smoker. That's it.
Be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of You're not coming
ashamed
up, but you're not
of
using
yourself.
anything. What are you saying?
You scared to rate somebody.
I'm not scared to rate him.
Rate him, bro.
I'm scared to have a dumbass list because
Oh
this
my God,
person
bro.
ruins it.
Yo, we don't have another character.
Jinbei.
We literally
Queen.
could have ranked Jinbei,
We can rank Jinbei right now.
but we gotta talk about Dragon's bum ass.
Is Jinbei stronger than Queen?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I believe he takes Jack like no problem.
Listen, bro,
So
we
that's
still
what we
calling
did.
Sanji number 4, and that's because of Jinbei.
Cool. What are y'all rating Jinbei?
Wait, what's Sanji right now?
Sanji.
He was 87.
Honestly,
Or 88?
I'm gonna put him the same level as Sanji.
87.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. What'd I do here?
Bounty's higher. He gets the bump.
I think Jinbei.
I don't see Jinbei being Doffy right now. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe I'm biased. I just don't.
But you
But
see
I-
Sanji?
He has a better chance. I have. Look,
I
if
do
it
agree
was
with
my
that. I do
list,
agree with that.
Doffy moved up to where King and Katakuri is at low key.
To me,
I'm
that's
slightly below.
that stop that he did on Sanji just
Do you think
said
he
a lot.
stopped
Did
Sanji
you
now?
think this, I don't know. I don't know how much Sanji grew to stop that. Because I think it's mainly has to do with your hockey. I don't know. Because like Sanji upgraded, but it wasn't hockey.
Where was Sanji again?
88. Either 88 or 87.
But
I don't
I'm
remember.
also
He's
fine to
88.
move Doflamingo where Cat and King are.
I think it's 88.
Were you fine with that? Because we have Doffy at like 87 right now.
I'm surprised you accepted that because you was a whole
I
argument
was
with
trying to
Cat
get to
and-
the next person, but I'm fully Doffy is right here, bro.
No.
If we being real.
Marv, skip it to Sebastian's computer. I would say Jinbei is. I say Jinbei is even with Sanji.
So we don't got a lot of time for this because we have like no time at all. But
get the
like, y'all think Boa Hancock stronger than Doffy?
No. Wholeheartedly no. Hell no.
I think so.
But
I think
cool.
so.
I think so.
Yes. Because
Wow,
you know, just based on speculation.
Oh, we can
That
speculate for Boa.
I can say that, you know,
We can speculate
because
for Boa now.
if we're gonna use the same reason as we're using for Dragon,
Weak.
you know, because we got nothing more to add to the conversation,
Weak.
and all we can say is weak because again, there's nothing much to go on. Then I'm going to assume, right? I have to assume that Boa is stronger than him. So
Why?
I have to.
Based off what would you assume that she's stronger than?
I don't know. That's the same reason why Dragon.
No, but her status does
Dragon
not tell you she's stronger than him.
Same with Dragon would, bro.
Her status does not tell you she's stronger than him.
Same with Dragon would,
She's
bro.
not a villain coming up. She's none of those things.
Yo, so
in fact, she's a villain that was been dealt with in the past.
Hold on. So why is Dragon such a factor in the verse?
Because he is looked at in the verse as somebody you have to deal with like that.
Okay,
he's basically given a Yonko status.
Hold on. Why?
He has a Yonko crew.
Hold on. Why though?
Because he's challenging the world government.
Thank you.
But he's still. Hold on.
Which part of the world government?
But Larry, within his employ.
Answer my question. What part of the world government?
The Celestial Dragons.
Okay.
But within his employ, he has people stronger than other people on the list.
Does that make him stronger? Does that make him stronger at all, or that just makes him more dangerous?
Listen.
Answer my question.
You say all this shit about Rocks and his willpower and all this about who's underneath him.
Yes.
But I can't make the same argument for Dragon.
Yep,
What's that? What is that? His willpower over top the world government, stronger than all this other bullshit that these people are trying to do.
He's not directly trying to.
He got Sabo in his employ.
Are you gonna just yell or are you gonna let me go?
Bro.
Are you gonna let me go?
You made this argument for other people. You're not making it for Dragon.
Okay, so your argument is flawed. You know why? Because Rocks was actually trying to become the king of the world,
and he's trying to overthrow the king that's of the world right now.
No, he's not. He's just trying to get rid of the celestial people. The world government will stay intact.
There's no Dragon should be on the list. And the fact that he's not it's
no, because
it's weak.
You have a bum ass argument.
No, it's not.
And you can't offer anything else to the conversation. So you have to go, damn, that shit is weak. That's a weak thing to say. Yo, Larry's being soft. Instead of being like, you know what? Dragon is this. This is why Dragon should be this. And this is what we have to back that up. But instead, you don't have anything because there's nothing on Dragon. You couldn't even give me the symbol.
I gave you his status.
Saying like, yo,
he's the highest bounty in the game. I gave you his status.
Again,
and I said that Sabo was under him.
Okay.
And his employee.
Okay.
Sabo is stronger than nine people on the list.
Okay,
so therefore, he should be looked at as somebody stronger than those people.
Oh, that's crazy though, because we don't necessarily correlate strength to threat level, right? Because that's what Aokiji said. He said even though
you're ignoring the entire second half of my argument.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I can literally say because I am directly fighting Marv right now that he would think of me as more of a danger because I have ill intentions to take his podcast out than having somebody else who's like 6'5" and NFL football players sitting at the bench. He would be like, yo, they're stronger, but Larry's directly trying to take me out. So that makes him a threat. So I'm going to declare that he can't be here anymore. And just because I have people under me doesn't mean that automatically they're strong too. It just means that, yo, he has people who are also in agreement to take out me. That makes him dangerous. Is Buggy dangerous?
Buggy's a gag.
Yo, but
Dragon's not a gag.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, we gotta wrap anyway.
As far as I know, Dragon's a gag. Straight up.
Listen, you said on wax that Katakuri would beat Dragon in a fight.
I did, yo.
That was cap.
I did.
And you know it was cap.
I did. Because
that's not
Dragon,
a good faith argument.
Dragon hasn't done shit. At all. Hasn't done anything. Literally hasn't done anything.
All right.
We gotta read these SUPERCHATs and get off.
I don't even know if we have them.
I don't see them anymore, damn.
I can't see who it is saying this, but it says, love you guys, keep going, much love, thank you.
I noticed when you put a poll, I'm able to scroll higher, I think.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Probably not. I can't see most of it. Yeah. My bad, Marv. We got $5 from Mr. Bushido. It says, do you think Cat will show up to save Pudding and end up working with Law? Law is Yonko tier. One of y'all could take that. I don't know.
Law is Yonko.
Law's not Yonko tier, unless we're going by the Bucky curve. And I could see Cat coming. I mean, I don't know how helpful he'll really be versus Blackbeard's entire crew like that.
Yeah.
Muppets 34, $10. It says, where would you rank Uta? I think she's higher up since she's Shanks' kid. Beats 2 of Big Mom's kids as well as a lot of big hitters being an ancient weapon. She didn't make the list. Her ability is pretty hawks, but I don't think she's actually strong.
She's not strong, and she's also not physically Shanks' kid.
She's not even a fighter.
Yeah.
It's just I can sing and hypnotize you and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got another $2 from Mr. Bushido. It says Law isn't immune to pain. Law wins hands down. I don't know who he's talking about in the fight. We had a lot of people. Still scrolling.
Power vision. Can you power scale Vegapunk instead?
I don't think Vegapunk would make the list. I mean, We got $2 from Stride that says, "Excuse me, my neighbors are trying to sleep." Our bad for yelling, y'all. This is damn. I think we had a huge super chat from Joy Boy that I didn't get to read.
That's funny.
But for those of y'all who have super chat, we apologize. We got a little heated. You know, it happens every now and then on these streams. But I believe that in these circumstances, we tend to watch the replay back, and we will comment our responses to your super chats.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
our apologies for not getting to them in time. Hope you guys like the toxicity of this episode.
Yeah, and listen too. Like, I know we gotta go, Marv, but like, for anybody that sees us like arguing or debating like this passionately, please do not come over here and be like, "Damn, yo, like you guys." Like are super like what like it's just like negativeness. Like it's not us being like really that. It's just we're debating.
Yeah.
And we're just debating passionately. If you don't see this is what it looks like.
And it only gets like this because of how close we are.
Yeah,
Like,
it never gets anything.
It's like
more than
picture you arguing with your legit brothers.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a little because you're gonna say some crazy stuff.
because I know people are gonna comment and I'm gonna have to be like, listen, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just chill. Anyway,
Yeah, but
it's family here.
yeah. So that's it, guys. We did our thing. Episode 75 in the books. If you haven't joined our Discord, please join our Discord. It's super lit. Everybody's suspecting that me and Seb are going to take this to the Discord, I'm pretty sure already. So if you haven't joined us, please, Strahd, if you can, post that link. And to everybody, thank you so much for enjoying our show today. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Line 'em.
Seb.
And this is That One Piece Talk. Jana!